Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons.
We play Dungeons & Dragons!
Wow, you were...
Just let you know.
Understand what's happening.
You guys... Yeah, you got abandoned on that one.
I was distracted by Marisha's call out.
I had a box.
Jump into the water at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Nope. So anyway, welcome. Before we get into tonight's game, we have a few announcements. Starting with our fantastic sponsor. We have two sponsors tonight. First one is our returning friends at D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, guys. So many amazing critters support us and support Red Nose Day and support D&D Beyond by subscribing. Not just critters here in America, but all over the world. Especially, I want to give a shout out tonight to our friends and critters in Australia. And because we are such fine voice actors with talented accent skills, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Australian critters in their native tongue.
Noi.
Crikey, okay.
No.
G'day down under.
Shit.
All you Bruces and Sheilas in the outback should know about D&D Beyond. It does all the hard yakka of gaming for you, so you can relax and scull a stubby of beer, a tinny of cab sav, or even a slab of frothy for your mates.
I hate you.
Ooh, that was rough. Bloody oath! The D&D Beyond app is so easy, even a Drongo bludger could use it. Nope. In fact,
Are you touching your ear?
I don't know what this is. If you don't use D&D Beyond,
Oh no.
well, you've got a few kangaroos loose in your top paddock.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Billabong!
Nope.
So put on your sunnies, your thongs, your flannies, your knickers, your trekkie dacks, light up a ciggy, fire up that lappy, and head on over to dndbeyond.com to pick up the newest D&D adventure.
I hear accents get better if you do them louder.
The newest D&D adventure, Ghosts. Adventure. Ghosts of Salt March. Oh. Ghosts of Salt March, which is crikey available today at D&D Beyond. The swashbuckling spooky adventure is finally here.
Make it stop.
Piece of piss! Which I'm told is a good phrase. Well, I reckon that news is sweeter than Tim Tams covered in Vegemite. Ripper! Suss it out right now at dndbeyond.com and you'll be apples. Beauty! That's not a knife! Back to you, Matt.
Did you also do the VO for the Outback Steakhouse? Is that you?
Wow.
Does Australia, how big is their standing army out of curiosity?
We have an actual Australian in the building. That's all it takes.
Wait, we do?
Just one guy with a knife.
Oh
That's all
no, he's
it
out
takes.
there! He's out there watching this right now!
Yeah.
I'm gonna get shivved or whatever they call it in Australia.
They call it murder.
I'm gonna get billabong.
All right, we're done. Thank you, Sam.
Clockwise, man. It's the only difference.
Put me on edge.
Oh.
I was fine. Now I'm nervous about the game.
I don't know about you guys. All I can hear is white noise right now. Thank you, Sam, and thank you, D&D Beyond, for your endless patience with Sam Riegel.
Thank you.
And our secondary sponsor for tonight, our friends at Rook and the Raven. Returning once again. We've talked about them before. We're happy to bring them forth again to discuss their fantastic line of campaign books. They do these amazing handcrafted disc-bound books in which you can keep tabs of all your character information, your campaign information. Marisha, you have one over there right now that you have been using for quite some time.
I keep adding paper to it, and
Yep.
it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Until
It's pretty.
pretty thick.
It's very good. It's hardy.
It's great. You can easily add, remove pages. It's great for any tabletop game for keeping track of your character or your campaigns, and they have special editions for each. You can check out all their amazing stuff at therookandtheraven.com/critical role. And for a limited time, you can use the code CRITROLL on their website to get $10 off your order. So go check it out. You're right. You still
Yeah, you just hit me and I just bled a little bit. I just took another D4 of damage.
Okay, there you go. All right, and a couple other quick announcements too. If you guys haven't seen it yet, we showed it before the stream tonight, but it's on YouTube as well. We ran a very special one shot of me running a one-on-one game with Stephen Colbert as part of Red Nose Day. It was insane.
You said that sentence. That was a real sentence.
I know. I know.
That was a real thing.
It didn't hit me until yesterday. And
Hello, bees. Hello, bees.
Hello, bees.
Goodbye,
You guys, thank you so much for all of your fantastic support. The people at Red Nose Day do incredible work towards ending child poverty, and you guys have already raised an extremely generous amount for this. You are still available to make. You are still able to make donations right now. It is still available at critroll.com/Red Nose Day, and if you haven't had a chance to see the video, it is up on our YouTube at the Crit Roll channel.
So good.
It's so romantic.
I thought I was in love with Stephen Colbert before, and then I think we're steady now. I was pretty happy about
Wonderful.
I thought I was in love with Matt Mercer before until I saw.
No, I don't. I don't know what
Fuck that guy.
was.
So thank you so much for supporting that, guys. Next Friday, May 31st, 7 p.m. Pacific, we will be airing a very special My Little Pony one-shot. Led by our buddy Mark Humes. Mark, you want to come say hi real fast? What's up, bud?
Hey!
He's been storming our studio this week.
Yeah, been hanging out, just chilling out, doing stuff.
Yeah.
Go lower.
Go lower, go lower.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Nice.
Mark, lower.
Hey.
But yeah.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, so we did a My Little Pony one-shot, which I think there's a little promo for in the break, I think, we filmed. So you'll get to see the cast, the cool artwork. It was a lot of fun. Liam and Ashley definitely kept me on my toes, along with some of the other players that you'll see. Yeah, and it was really fun.
Heck yeah. So look for that next Friday, May 31st at 7 p.m. in place of, well, not in place of anything. It's a Friday. So
Friday.
Thank you, Mark.
Right, man.
For those who aren't familiar with Mark, he played Calian in this campaign before, so you should be familiar. And also he has an amazing show called High Rollers that he runs the Oddcast Network. Check them out as well. But yeah, so as part of that, we have our own Ashley Johnson and Liam O'Brien, as well as pals Markia McCarty, who is amazing, Julie Nathanson, who's amazing. You saw her on the Nightmare Before Critmas one-shot, and Roger Craig Smith, voice of many things, including Sonic the Hedgehog, not the movie. Instead, that's another friend of the show, Ben Schwartz. But yes, VOD will be available on our YouTube channel that Sunday. So if you missed it the Friday, you can see it that Sunday. Check it out. And I guess, Laura, you have a merch thing?
Oh, funny you should say. Why, yes. Shut up like you don't know Liam.
Shirt alert.
Yes, this is by our awesome critter Jihu Lee, and it's available in the U.S. store only right now. But it will, you know, the usual.
It'll make its way there.
It's really cool. You should see it up close because it's got all the stuff, and
What
it's
is that? What is that?
Detail.
It's our pattern.
mandala.
It's
A mandala?
pattern, yeah, it's a pattern that represents all of the Mighty Nein. So there's all these really fun little details in there.
Yeah, and the
Check it
closer
out
you
online.
look,
Check it out
the more you see.
at our shop. What is it?
Just say it in Australian.
Critroll.com/shop.
Oh, that's the thing now.
Anyway, it's super cool. You should check it out. There's other stuff in our store as well.
Thank you, Laura. And with that,
I'm sorry, no, I'm
Yeah, what's
sorry.
up?
I got really excited talking to
She's
Sam.
got these
I've got cool
that are
dice that I'm excited about
insane.
today.
show them off.
So these were given to me a long time ago, but I just am now bringing them to the game. These,
They're all black.
You have to hold them up.
okay, okay.
They're
in the
top
shape
dice.
of your different kind of characters. So like depending on what your damage is, it's like, oh, this is a sword and it rolls a d6.
This is a mace or whatever,
This is an
and it's an 8.
There's a potion bottle and there's a fist, and these are both fists. These would be good for humors.
They're really cool.
So anyway, it's cool, and I'm excited to use them tonight. You go like that,
I love that
and then
you-
it's a 4 that it landed
You
on.
much more successfully plugged your dice than our shirt.
I'm sorry. Check out this awesome shirt.
That's genuine love.
I've been excited about this shirt for a long time, so this isn't the first time I'm seeing it, but it's the first time you're seeing it.
What's the back of the shirt?
Thank you, Laura.
It's
Appreciate
not
that.
hard to.
Thanks, Laura.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Quick sidebar.
Yes, sidebar.
Laura and Taliesin are dressed like bees. Yeah. And Marisha is wearing a bee.
How did we do that?
Just in honor of Eric.
Yes. All right.
it for
Eric the bee. Eric
Happy
the
Red
bee.
Nose Day, everybody.
Happy Red Nose Day.
Hufflepuffs, yo.
Damn right. Represent.
Represent. Sorry.
Anyway, enough of this dilly-dallying. Or shilly-shallying.
Drop down into the moment that we left off in last time.
Let's go ahead and jump in to tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you, and they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got falchions and cunning, they don't see over there. There's a monster incoming, inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn.
And welcome back.
Getting in on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice try.
Respect.
So, last we left off, the Mighty Nein, who have been residing for a little bit of time in the region of Jorhas, the eastern Wynandir area on Wildmount, you've made alliances in the city of Rossona with the Bright Queen and the Kreen dynasty. You returned a beacon. You've done a few deeds and gave onto the Bright Queen information about movement the Empire was taking in this war that they have with the dynasty. You were rewarded as such and began to pursue a thread of information that you worried might have something to do with this war, whatever it may be. You've scryed upon an individual and learned of a dropping point or some sort of a meeting that was to happen in the city. Upon the date of this fateful meeting, you found a place to watch and lie in wait. You watched a number of individuals enter the Overcrow Apothecary and not went on a stealth mission, managed to avoid detection a number of times, except for the last one. Upon doing so, a brief conflict took place within the apothecary, in which the drow figure that was meeting with this dragonborn character on horseback managed to flee. The bodyguard left behind to fight to the death. And the courier, it seems, this dragonborn, killed in the street along with its horse. You managed to diffuse the immediate tension of the nearby guard and populace being interested in this sudden display of bloodshed and conflict. You managed to temporarily hold off and keep kind of, not prisoner, but certainly under your watch, the owner of the Overcrow, Mauro the Goblin, as well as her bugbear bodyguard. You've dragged the corpse of both the Dragonborn and the horse to the back of the building, and you've gained just enough knowledge through your spell use that the figure that escaped, this drow figure, has been on the move northward and beyond the reach of the spells you had already cast. So, we come back to you all gathering at the Overcrow and figuring out what to do next. So, Mighty Nein, what would you like to do?
We should pull in those bodies through the window.
The body of a horse.
And the body of the
No, I
dragonborn.
think the horse can stay.
We can put it in
We'll
storage.
just cover a blanket or something.
Let's put it in the back room.
You just turn it to compost.
Well, eventually.
Well, I start dragging the dragonborn through the window into the back storage room.
Leaves a little trail.
Yeah.
I think
I try to pull the horse through.
I think I might have messed up, guys. I don't think the Dragonborn was as important as I had initially thought.
Yeah, pretty sure we just shot the messenger.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh.
Is that why that's a saying?
Yeah.
We just invented that phrase.
Look. I'm a pretty witty person.
Wow, Beauregard just invented the phrase, don't shoot the messenger. Canon.
Where's Morrow?
Currently inside, kind of in the shop, behind the counter, just kind of sitting there watching you all carefully.
Morrow.
Yes?
Do you have any more appointments on the books for today?
Not particularly.
This was it? This was the only meeting you were booked for?
Well, they don't book them in advance. They just come in and pay me and use the space. It's not like I have an extensive ledger where they contact me weeks in advance and I fill out a calendar and make sure I can fit them in before my morning coffee.
Insight check. Does she have a ledger?
Yeah, please.
I was going to say
Way too specific.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good. That's a 22.
Okay.
If you couldn't tell by the accent, folks, you can pick up the newest D&D adventure, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, today on D&D Beyond. It's a spooky adventure, and you can get it only at one place.
Fair.
Well, I think you can get it more than one place, but you can definitely get it at D&D Beyond. I'll quit now.
All right.
Did the drow tell you how long they were staying upstairs, or?
No, they had no particular information about it. They just paid for the entry fee and then took the time, and if it ever overlaps, I told them to come back later.
How much is the entry fee?
That's kind of curious, yeah.
Per person, it's 25 gold.
Damn, Morrow. That was a good hustle, yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Don't do too bad for myself.
Yeah.
Well, until, people get murdered in here, but
Oh, I appreciate
How
it.
often do people get murdered in here, actually?
not very often, because usually I do a much better job of keeping it low key.
Did we already search the Dragonborn body before we pulled it in the window?
Yes.
We did. Okay.
But we didn't search upstairs.
Yeah, I think
Yasha,
we're about to check upstairs.
you and I should go upstairs and check around.
Anything we should know about up there before we start looking around?
Uh,
Traps, things with place.
no traps, but there is like a little switch under the table. Opens a chute.
Where does the chute go?
She points to the storage room.
Motherfuck. That's how she got out.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool.
Let's go look. So Yasha and I will go up and start looking.
Okay.
I'll head up. I may head up as well for the two of you.
Okay. It's a very plain room, intentionally so. There's no decor. It's just wood walls, wood floor. There's the one window that's shuttered, closed in the front. There are 4 chairs and there is a table. The table is bolted to the floor. You kind of take a moment to look underneath, and you can see underneath the table, part of the table leg, there's an additional iron rod that's pressed up against it.
An additional iron rod.
Like an iron rod on the inside of one of the table legs.
Is that the?
That's the trap door.
Yeah.
Might be, yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
Anything else?
Should we look around?
Yeah, let's look around.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take the desk. You want to take the rest of the room?
Yeah.
All right, both of you guys make investigation checks.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
Did we, in the end of the last game, did I already tell Yasha what I heard from the messenger? Have we talked about that at all? Or did we kind of like brush over that, or did it?
I don't recall, but you can definitely
Okay.
you can rekindle that conversation if you'd like to clarify.
Sure.
16 at the desk.
8 for the rest of the room.
Okay. At the table, the desk, it's clear. It's a simple table. This room, aside from that switch, is intentionally left blank, barren, neutral. You gather based on the type of meetings that might happen here, it's in the best interests of those who would come to a place outside of the visible spectrum of the rest of the city to find a space of complete, safe neutrality.
Okay. As we're searching around, I'm just gonna... Oh.
It's a square room.
Yasha, I'm so sorry that I shot you 3 times. I didn't mean to shoot you at all, any times, but 3 is even worse than 1.
Yeah, it's okay, Nod. I can take it, obviously. But just, I knew you were under something, but just try not to do that again if you can.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I also did all this, and is everyone downstairs mad at me?
I don't even think that they're even thinking about it, Nod. I think there's a lot of other things that's on everybody else's minds. You're okay.
Okay.
You warned us, we came in, and...
Are you mad at yourself, I suppose?
I just got very nervous. That's all.
Why did you get nervous?
Because I haven't been drinking.
You haven't?
No, but I think I should start again. I think I function much better with a little...
With a little bit of liquid courage?
Yes.
Well, you know, I wouldn't tell you not to do...
That's the kind of advice that I came here for.
Pretty.
While she's swigging, I send Frumpkin to pitter-pat up to the peak of the house and go blind and deaf in here and want to see the streets to see what the citizens of the town are doing.
Okay.
Or if there's any guards like rushing to or anything that is a problem.
Make a perception check for Frumpkin.
For Frumpkin?
Yes.
Yeah. Peace, creatures. Where the hell they go? They're gone. Well, I rolled a 16, so I'm going to say 16 because I don't know where creatures went. Where'd they go? Refresh.
Yeah, just refresh.
There you go. So Frumpkin takes a look around there, and I mean, occasionally you see figures in the street that are like walking and whispering to each other. You know, they've like any folks who live kind of in the outer boonies of the city. Word gets around, and there's a lot of locals who are passing by and just informing each other of some sort of scuffle in the street, you may think. You don't see any guard getting involved at the moment, but it does seem that, you know, it's being discussed.
Okay, so I'm going to stay in the state and say the people who live here are talking about this. That is all. And I stay in it.
Okay.
We probably shouldn't stay here long then.
But wait, what if... Oh, I'm not there.
I mean, I don't know if Blondie's... What did we name him?
Greg.
Greg, if he's going to show up or not. I don't...
Was the people who were here his liaisons, or was that something totally unrelated?
Yeah, it seems like a transaction was happening and happened.
Maybe he was saying that, you know, he was sending somebody. Maybe he never said he was going to be here himself.
Morrow.
Yeah?
The drow man, was he holding anything when he came in? Carrying anything?
I mean, he had like a pouch and travel gear, but that's about it.
How big was the pouch?
Pouch size? I wasn't paying attention.
And you're sure you don't keep any sign-in sheet, record?
That's what I want to do, is have a long sheet that implicates me on every illegal activity that happens in my shop.
Gives you an alibi.
You think that?
All right.
Mr. Caleb? Mr. Caleb?
Totally deaf.
He's busy. His mind is in another person thing right now. Do you need us to tell him something?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna come down.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
What do you want?
Sorry, these are
okay,
you
this
go.
is just. I'll go left.
I'll go right.
Right.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, you head upstairs.
I head upstairs. You head upstairs.
You head upstairs. You go downstairs.
I was thinking if there's a way that we could maybe magically keep tabs on the room. I don't know if there's like a thread thing or if there's a thing you can do to like alert us that if people are.
If we leave something behind, then Jester could scry through it.
That's not a bad idea. Jester!
Hold on, I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of talking to Yasha.
All right, so Jester.
Yasha?
Yeah.
Did you know that guy that you were fighting?
I've never seen either of them before in my life.
Because I think he knows you.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Well, okay. So when I was sending him a message, I was trying to fake him out, right? That he should come back here. And anyway, he didn't fall for it, but he was like, "Follow me north, bring her." And
bring her meaning?
I think he means Yasha.
You do?
That's kind of what I thought, you know.
Did he say why?
No, he didn't. And here's the crazy part, okay? Because I've used this spell a lot, okay? And okay, so he never saw me, right? Like I never saw that guy, ever. And somehow, when I sent him the message, he knew it was me.
He knew who you were?
Yeah, he was like, "I know you."
And that's not what usually happens. You usually send it and you have to say who you are.
Well, yeah, unless they know me, they don't know it's me.
Like he's been spying on us?
I mean, what if he's scrying on us the way that I've been scrying on other people?
To scry, you need to know someone traveling in a party, correct?
Right. Or know of them, like he could know about you or something and have been... I don't know.
But I don't think I've ever seen him before.
Sometimes when I can't think of someone, I think of like the first letter of their name. Does it start with A? Does it start with B? Go through the alphabet that way?
What?
You know, like, what's her name?
You start like sounding out. Is there anything thinking of him?
Because I think he might have been disguising himself or something. I mean, I would have disguised myself coming in here. I did actually disguise myself as a moth. It didn't work very well.
You got a taste of some curtains and things.
They were so good.
Yeah, that's...
Actually, while we're discussing this, I walk over to the curtains and give them a little munch as myself as well.
Okay. Somehow less tasty in your current form.
No,
Probably
doesn't translate.
So you don't remember this person at all?
Well, if I think really hard on it, does he seem familiar to me at all?
Not particularly. You've not encountered many or interacted with many drow in the time that you grew up. You know, in the Iofia moorlands, for the most part, the tribes there keep away and don't get involved in the Kreen. So you have no recollection of meeting this individual before?
He said, "Come north."
Downstairs, didn't the Hobby Gobby also call you something?
Yes. He called me by the name that was given to me by my tribe.
Which was Orphan Maker?
Yes.
That is a cool ass name, by the way.
Well, thank you, but it's a little weird that someone knows my name and I don't know who they are. So
the Orphan Maker was a name that you liked?
Well, not particularly. I mean, my name is Yasha, but, you know, when you...
Reference.
Just checking something.
Did you make an orphan by killing someone's parents?
No, I think when you're taken into the tribe, you. I feel like maybe I have told you guys this before.
Yeah, I think you totally have.
Yeah. You take a blood oath that they call the marking, and when you take it, they give you a name in the tribe. And so the name that was given to me was Orphan Maker.
But why that was?
Because she's really tough, you know?
We all have names like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Why am I the little sapphire? I never knew. I couldn't figure it out, you know?
You're shiny and blue and beautiful.
Yeah. Oh. That makes perfect perfect sense, actually, yeah.
You are a little sapphire.
Wait, which leads me to believe that maybe Yasha has killed someone's parents.
No, I don't think it's like that.
Okay,
I think you're all
alright.
given sort of a name in your tribe that maybe calls out whatever your destiny will be, which
boy,
is
that's rough.
But I think we're all given names that are
Like, what were
supposed to
some of
sound
the other
scary,
names? What were some of the other scary names that people got?
Oh, yeah. Were they all sort of dark and...
Yeah, they're all dark and they're scary.
Turtle dove.
Turtle dove, yeah.
Cherry blossom.
Fluffernutter. No, they're all big and scary names.
Okay.
Arterial spray.
Yeah. But they're all like that. They're supposed to, when you meet other people or other tribes, they're supposed to incite fear, and I don't think I never took that name to heart. I mean, my name is Yasha. But it's weird that they know that, because that was only known in my tribe.
Ooh. Do you want to follow him north? I mean,
I want to know why they know who I am.
because we could do it. We could go after him.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll talk with everyone and see what everyone wants to do.
Hey, Nat!
What?
You pull that damn switch yet?
Yeah, we're staring. We're staring at the stupid chute, seeing what happens.
I totally forgot.
You break it or what?
I will flip the switch.
Flip the switch, and the back corner of the room kind of just comes loose. There's a little latch that's let loose, and as it flies open, you guys watch as part of the ceiling in the storage chamber that's off to the side of the apothecary hangs open at an angle, and there's room for somebody to slide down.
Woo! I go slide down it.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
It's like an action figure playset.
I'm going to
any
tell
barrels?
Frumpkin to keep lookout and tell me if anything comes close or if there's any sort of stir beyond what I've already seen and dropped down. What are we doing?
I think we're gonna check out.
I land on Caleb coming down.
Front
Hi.
trap door.
Heads up, Jester coming.
Okay.
Did we ever check out that
Do you
weird
have a
magical
plan?
aura in the back corner, by the way, or no?
A plane?
A plan.
That was the bodyguard.
Thank you. Thank you, brain.
It's all good.
Catching up.
So I sent a message to the guy. He said, follow me north if you really want to talk to me or something. And he said, bring her. And I think he means Yasha, and we're probably gonna go, right?
What's up, orphan maker?
I mean, look, we're counting on this, right? We said we were going to deliver. If we come back empty-handed, we're not going to look too...
Correct, but what about these two?
They don't care.
The mess. Are you sure?
No, I actually think Caleb's right. All right, Morrow, you got to die.
Wait, what?
Any last words?
No. I have been cordial. I have been very upfront about all this.
I am actually of the opinion that there might be an option here.
All right, I'm listening.
I think that we can come to a financial arrangement.
Go on.
I think that maybe we can leave a little gold in return. Nothing is spoken of, and maybe if any of this party, especially if we leave a small sketch of who we're looking for, arrives, we are simply gently alerted. And in return, everything is just left as it is. I mean, to be fair, even if we leave right now just with a giant pile of bodies in here is a big problem for these two anyway.
That is true. Where's Jester at?
I'm on top of Caleb.
Hey!
Hi.
Hey, Jesse. You still got that spell that lets you track people wherever they go, and so they are incentivized to play along with what we
Obviously.
ask? Why don't you do that on over here?
You got it.
Make a deception check.
20.
Murrow goes,
I hold up my traveler symbol. I say, blanky blanky do, shalagam, shaloo. I use thaumaturgy to flare my eyes and blow his hair back. Her hair back. Yeah. All right, you've been marked.
That does it.
Don't you fuck us over, because it could go bad for you.
No, it's okay.
Do you do the really strong one where they just die instantly if they break their...
That's the only one I know.
Okay, well,
I gotta say that, like, there's a possibility that after this is kind of blown over, maybe this could turn into a fruitful relationship for everybody involved.
I'm all about fruitful relationships.
I knew you would be.
And you certainly do not want to piss off the Empress herself.
No, very confused. In general.
That's good. That's good. You don't want to know all the details. You just want to know
not at all.
what we tell you.
We're well known for our mixed messages. It's part
who
of
was in your shop today?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. How did all these bodies get in here?
It's the craziest thing. I woke up and they were there.
We'll do well. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I might suggest that we take a couple of these bodies with us.
See, that's great too. Please, that would be great.
Oh, to like talk to them?
They're very heavy.
Yeah, we can take them underneath, right?
Given the
You
circumstances,
can talk to the Dragonborn about what they brought.
I'd like to talk to both of them, to be honest.
Where's this tunnel go? Can we take them down into the tunnel for now?
It goes from the second floor to the first floor.
Both of them, including the horse.
No, there's two bodies.
I thought it went like...
The hobgoblin and the dragonborn.
Oh, yeah, let's talk to them. Because I'm not 100% convinced that these were the people we were looking for.
You talk to them, I'll talk to the horse.
Do you know how to speak horse?
I know how to talk to dead horses.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Let's do it.
Just don't beat it.
I actually can't talk to them till tomorrow.
I just invented that phrase.
You can't?
Not till tomorrow.
Canon.
Canon. Just to clarify, we were supposed to intercept Blonde Greg.
Yeah.
Who you definitely heard say that he was coming here in person.
No.
Okay, do I remember if I definitely heard that he was coming or I just heard the date and their arrival?
Let me look up the specific words to ensure that I'm not getting this wrong for you either.
Right.
Just a second as I go to my Dropbox here.
Your notes are dope.
She has so many notes. How do you find anything?
That's why I don't write anything down anymore, because I just figure she's going to know it.
From what I wrote down, it was, has the emblem at the Overcrow. You want to meet up in the next week? No, they were like 6 days. No, that's too soon. 13 days. And then they mentioned a female in her paranoia. And that's what I got.
Sounds about right. We'll go with that.
Female in a paranoia is probably the bride queen.
But Greg didn't say,
No.
I will be there personally in 13 days.
No, it was like the thing will happen at the Overcrow.
Okay, so this is what happened. And we got the money, and now he's got the emblem or whatever it is.
So yes, I have the emblem, waiting for a window, but let's plot for next Grissom. Wait, Grissom the week after. The Overcrow.
Or, yes, I have the emblem.
He had the emblem.
Is he going to be trading under the Bright Queen's emblem, like getting into some...
No, so Greg sent the emblem, sold it for 50 platinum, right?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Well, there was 50 platinum involved.
But we don't know if this, she said, how many meetings do you usually have in a day, Morrow?
Like one a week. It's not that often.
One a week.
Was this the only one? This was the only one today?
The only one today, yeah.
She knows us.
This may be stupid, but if they have the emblem and it's similar to our emblems, are they trying to create a distraction on the war front so that they can do a singular attack here and try and hit somebody of high importance with that emblem? Like a fucking DEFCON 1 badge?
I feel like that's, I don't know, that feels like an awful lot of...
Putting scourgers in it, I don't know.
Okay, should we go north?
I think it is the only option. I mean, we can't be left here holding the bag.
Let's follow him.
Yasha, do you recognize anything up north that sounds familiar?
Upstairs, Yasha said something really interesting right after the stream ended last week about the word.
Oh, but we didn't know. We didn't hear you. So tell us what you overheard.
didn't hear.
Not tell us everything.
Oh, yes, I heard. The only word that I clearly heard was Bazosian.
Bazozan.
Bazosian.
Wait a minute, I think that's a place. It sounds so familiar for some reason to me. I don't know if I've been there, but I feel like I've seen it on the map.
Look at the map.
Yasha, I think you're right.
You're so right. It's right above this blood spray.
Sounds like
Bazozan.
And it's north. That's where he said to follow.
It is 100%.
Great thinking, Yashi.
Yashi?
Or would you prefer Orphe?
Nope.
So, how many days ride do you think that is? Vazazan.
I don't know.
Wait, where are we at right now?
If you want to,
We're in Rose's.
both Ford and Beauregard make an intelligence saving or intelligence check, please,
On this?
on the map. Yeah, to try and look out distances and
Oh, just intelligence?
yeah,
Wait, did you say saving throw or just no?
just a check.
15.
Oh god. Oh no, that's good. 19.
19, yeah. Both looking at it, you get the sense that there's two paths there. I mean, you can go around the outside path that's known as the hollowed path.
This thing?
Yep, and take that to Bazozan, and that will take you about 5 days travel. Or you can go straight through the Barbed Fields, and that'll take you about 3 days travel.
Yeah,
That's up to
And
you.
I'm assuming the Barbed Fields is more deadly and less traveled.
No, Barbs.
The Barbed Fields was the ground zero for the final battles of the Calamity.
Oh, we're definitely going through there. Take me on that TMZ tour.
You have options.
No, there's no option there.
Is that like
Do we-
entering into the level 20 zone, though?
Don't care. We are here.
Morrow. The Barb Zone. Barb Zone? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called?
Barbed Fields.
Oh, the Bone Zone.
The bone zone.
Wait, I'm not following this at all.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
The Barb
I've only
Field.
seen half the first season.
Have you ever been through the Barbed Fields?
What? No! Why did you go there? That place is...
Gary?
What?
Yeah.
You're not from around here, are you?
What gave us away?
What can you tell us about the Barbed Fields?
I haven't been there. I just hear all these terrible stories that it's just really terrible to get around, and it's hot during the day, and there's all sorts of terrible creatures and weird errant magic that just kind of lingers from back when all the crazy-ass gods were fighting and shit, and
Yep.
I don't know, that's all I know.
Any groups in town that regularly make their way out there to scavenge for relics?
None that I care to really know, and few that come back, I'm sure.
Yeah, all right.
What kind of creatures?
I don't know, I haven't been there.
Maybe we talk to your doctor friend. What's their name?
Doctor?
Professor Wacko.
Professor Wacko?
Yeah,
Wacko?
Professor. I haven't actually even met them, to be fair. Yeah, Wacko. Maybe
Yeah.
they could
I
shed
don't
some
feel
light.
like talking to anyone. I feel like getting out of town
just
right away.
That one. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I do. I don't want anything
I could
getting
send a
back
message to the Bright Queen and see.
No. Don't. She thought we were
Yeah, we were going to do this perfectly.
awesome thing.
Totally biffed it.
Hey, DM, what the fuck are these little doodads on the map there?
That's a language you may not understand. What languages do you know?
Definitely not doodad. Or Uncommon.
Do you know Undercommon?
Fuck, why didn't I take that?
Anybody got Undercommon?
No, but I can read anything if you give me some time with it.
Spanish or French is all they offer.
Book is out and I'm starting to ritual cast.
Okay.
Comprehend languages.
You
How
got
long
it.
does that take?
10 minutes.
Does not nobody speaks under none of us.
And I don't
chose
think any of us
Undercommon.
would speak Undercommon.
It's a second level spell. No, it's a first level spell, right?
I have a
Well,
choice.
Ritual.
Pike spoke up.
Oh, really?
That doesn't help.
Can she kind of, hologram in?
Hey guys!
Level 1.
Yes, level 1. Yeah, you're fine.
1 action, 10 minutes.
What is that?
11 minutes if I'm ritual cast.
You got it. All right. So you eventually can look at it, and it says the Deep River Mine.
Deep River Mine. I will read everything that is in a different language. There's a little bit up here as well.
That refers to the. Let's see.
Put it down.
Oh, that is the Ashgard garrison.
Ashgard garrison. And
Yep.
here?
That is the. Let me pull up my map here, actually. Now that we're doing this. Hold on just a second while I pull up my map.
We ruined it.
Hey, writing on this shit. Are you crazy?
But we want to remember.
Damn dingle.
You can write it. You can draw a little.
Okay, there we go.
No, that's the time.
That's called the Blood Walk.
Which one?
The blood walk.
That one
Where?
right there, that leads to the Ashguard garrison.
Ew, the blood walk.
Okay, we have a little more here.
Just
we
a
did
little
that
white pencil.
here.
Okay, that right there
In the middle of the
is-
lake?
Some islands.
There's Fever Gulf Lake, and then those are it reads as the Eyes of the Lake.
Oh, good. Eyes of the lake.
Are you writing this down?
We did that.
No,
No one
nobody
is-
is.
I got
Write
it.
this down.
To what end? I don't have reference because we should just write it
Why
on
don't
the
you just draw the
map.
map?
Post-its. We need post-its.
Is this map done?
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Is that a terrible
Is
idea?
this just
do have a-
Blair, or?
That's just Flare, yeah.
Okay.
There was something mine.
defacing
The
beautiful
bone
property?
shatter
The
mine.
Deep River Mine.
is.
That's actually where you've already been. That was where you had to go and free the giants from.
We could like write it really lightly.
I like the idea of post-its. I think
Your guys'
somehow-
map. You can do what you want.
Post-its. I like the
Let's do
idea
it
of
later when we
post-its.
can.
Yeah.
I'm not
Eyes of
ruining
the
that
lake,
shit.
we can
It's
follow
gorgeous.
up.
Okay.
Eyes of a lake, blood path,
Blood walk.
blood walk, universal city blood walk. This was what again?
Deep River Mine.
Deep River Mine, thanks.
Correct.
And is that one right here too?
That is.
There's a, oh.
That reads Charis.
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 Ooh, I feel like that one had significant meaning.
Does that name
Yeah, you
stand
held
out
that
from
back.
all of my
Yeah, he
reading?
did.
Make a history check.
Backwards it means Sahara.
Taurus.
26.
26. No.
Okay.
We gotta go see what Jordan.
Straight to the end game.
Where was it?
You're not ready for that
Right
level.
here.
That's the name. That's the
This right here?
Yeah, that's the bone zone.
Okay.
Complete the other missions to unlock.
Why can't I?
You have very little information about the Lotus Den Greenwood. It's considered a very, very dangerous forest. That's all you recall about the vicinity. Something about kind of unbridled, corrupted fey magic, and it's just this very dangerous forest. And you have no idea what Charis is.
My God, I'm so amped right now. Can we please go to Ground Zero? Can we please?
I think we are going to Ground
Let's
Zero
go.
by going to the Barbed
think
Fields.
Expediently.
Do we want to go fast, or we want to maybe prepare a little bit?
No, we just have to go.
You gotta go fast. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You are forgiven.
We go get our Moorbounders and we try to make up lost ground on this
Do you want to
fucker.
talk to these dead things?
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
We can take their heads.
Or do we leave?
we can take their heads.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
dark.
That's a good idea. I'm into it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I help Yasha behead the other.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here now we have a place for this.
Time is of the fucking essence, Caduceus.
That's gonna take weeks to scrap out of the wood.
Let me tell you something. If you talk, that will be you. Understood?
I understand completely.
See, now that's dark.
We don't want to, though. I don't want to do that to you.
I'm getting a lot of weird mixed messages from you guys.
Just play by the rules, and you don't have to get turned inside out and your head cut off.
You get it? No worries.
I take out 15 platinum from the platinum that we scooped
no,
out.
what are you? I mean,
We already
go
dropped off
for
some
it,
gold, didn't we?
I don't think. Do we give him gold?
Yeah, we dropped off some gold, right?
Stop.
Didn't you? In your plan?
I mentioned it. I didn't actually get around to it. If I recall. I don't know. Maybe. Do it. Do it. It's only money.
Do it.
It's only money.
One gold is, or one platinum is 10 gold,
10 gold.
right? So that's 150
Yeah.
gold.
It's worth it. Do your thing.
How about half an hour? Half when we return.
Long con achieves.
What about some now?
I'll leave it for the map.
We don't know when we're gonna return.
That's right.
Here, just take the 150 gold, take this 15 platinum, and let's consider this a down payment on our membership for whenever we want to use your facilities. How does that sound?
Also, have a really good day, okay?
Thanks.
We should go.
I heard you loud and clear. Good day.
Wait, what was your bugbear's name? I don't think we Did we get his
You
name?
got it last.
What's it
Frank
again?
or something. It was very basic.
Ken.
Something very simple.
My
Just so
other
we can
notebook
go on
is
him
not
again.
there.
Yeah, I left my note for that, but that's fine.
I know.
I split up the rest of the platinum. I'm gonna give everybody 5 platinum.
Oh. I mean, thank you.
Wow.
Your Vex is showing.
Oh, it's what it says.
That's a lot of platinum.
All right, so we
let's make
we
out.
move with
Let's go.
expedience back towards the Moorbounders.
All right, so you head back to the Jor house, holding the severed heads of
in the back of the
who?
building. In the back
Of which ones? Of the Dragonborn?
the Dragonborn.
Oh, and the Hobgoblin, you mean?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
you're the hobgoblin.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
totally right.
We also have the
And the
Hobgoblin's-
horse?
No.
Okay.
We had the Hobgoblin's sword too, right? He had like some kind of crazy sword, right? The Hobgoblin did? Mm-hmm. Okay. We haven't identified it or anything, right?
Yes. No.
More bounders are back
sorry.
at at our house, at the Azure house.
More bounders are back at your house, yes.
Hobgoblin.
So you...
He had a dope ass sword.
Yeah.
And
Did you identify it? You didn't yet.
Sword. Did you give me a sword?
The hobgoblin sword.
It wasn't given to me to identify.
Well, let's say we have it in the back
taking
holding, but we haven't
Yeah,
identified
we'll
it.
take it back to that.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot about that.
That's all good. All right, so you head back to the house. You have the heads. You know, it seems that in the time that you've been there, you've managed to, at least for the time being, dissipate most of the dangerous interest of the events that transpired there. You've made an arrangement with the goblin owner of the Overcrow. Hopefully things are okay for the time being. And with that knowledge, you make your way back to the Jor house. Your Moorbounders are waiting. They probably haven't been fed all morning since you guys were gone overnight. They're all kind of pacing hungrily.
We should have brought the horse.
Yeah.
When we're done with the heads, they can eat the heads.
Oh, wow.
That's true.
A lot of meat on the heads,
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Let's
go
go.
talk to these heads in the happy room or the war room.
I can't do it till tomorrow.
Can we
You can't do it till tomorrow.
Okay, we
well,
gotta
then
travel.
let's take the heads.
That's why I even recommended it, because this is definitely
Take the heads
this
and
is
go.
layers.
Saddle up, partners.
All right.
All right, so you guys grab your equipment, the things you need.
Can we grab? Do we have food for the Moorbounders here at the house? Can we feed them before we
Have you
leave?
purchased food for them?
No, we should swing past Morrow's on the way out of town and grab the horse and take it with us.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so you mount up your Moorbounders, gather what things you need, and start tearing through the north ends of the city, back through the various districts, outside the Gallimaufry, into the Coronas, heading over towards the Overcrow Apothecary once more, riding up on your Moorbounders. You open the door, and inside, Morrow and Bugbear in the process of trying to pull the horse's corpse into the ditch and scraping the floor.
Yeah, actually,
You're back!
about that, we thought maybe we would take this with us, so we save you some.
Please, by all means!
What about the hobgoblin body too? They could eat that too.
Yeah, young ball, feast up.
Anybody got any experience with butchering bodies?
As you're saying this, watch this. Chester's Moorbounder just inside the building. The door frame kind of cracks as it pushes through. Moro was like,
Not that guy. Only this stuff.
and hides behind the desk.
Oh, wow.
You hear against the wood as the bugbear is now pressed up into the corner, going, and just your Moorbounder just starts tearing into the corpse of the hobgoblin. Just
Save some for your brother and sister.
spraying across the room.
With this.
Is the ditch in the back of the house?
Yes.
I'm going to take Yannick to the back and start trying to hoist. Would you help me, please,
Of course.
strong woman? And start hoisting the horse onto the back of Yannick
Okay.
and tie him on.
All right.
Later.
It takes a little bit of time because it is a horse, and it is two of you. You are very strong. I'd say with the third person, you could probably do it.
I will help.
Okay, so between the three of you, you're able to get the horse up onto the back, tie it onto the back of your Moorbounder.
Because Never mind, he still has his head. Never mind, keep going.
It's a curious juggle of limbs and body parts you guys have going in this recent session.
I am just keeping Yannick calm and keeping him from trying to eat the creature now while he's too strong and throw it all ourselves. Later, okay?
Make an animal handling check.
Yeah. My streak going? No. 11.
11. Looks back at the horse and spins around and just starts digging into the body of the horse.
Okay, just a little bit right now. And then...
Looks back at you with a big grin, big toothy tusks.
I can't stay mad at you. You're a good boy.
Licks the side of you, smears all the horse guts across your face.
You shouldn't love it, but I do.
Yeah, moorbounders are big. They are fast and they are useful. They are also not inexpensive to keep fed. So just things to keep in mind.
Okay. Be feeding
Do
them
they
a
have
lot
to
of
eat
bobas.
every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like us.
Well, some animals can go a day or two, you know?
They get real hungry if they don't, though.
Okay.
All right, so leaving the moorbounders to finish their feast. Do you want to take... I think between the three of them how hungry they've been the past couple of days since just been kind of off doing business and haven't been home. There's not much left of either of the corpses.
Great.
Sweet, good.
Oh, so they're feeding. We just let them go to town here in the back.
So while we're doing that, maybe you can identify that sword.
Sure. Give it to me, please.
All right.
Spellbook out.
I will give it to you at the break because I don't have it on me at the moment.
Cool.
It's actually in the back room. So I'll get it later on.
But it's a hype sword.
We can only hope it could be as cool as the hype made sword.
Sort of ambivalent.
Indeed. All right. So, picking up back on the road, you make your way to the exit wall of Rosona. Exit past the guards that wave you through with your badges of the Bright Queen, making your way into the Ghostlands. Now, at this point, it's early afternoon, since you guys began this fray, like late morning, and then travel back and forth and getting everything ready. So it's looking about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon as you exit into the Ghostlands, pushing forward, passing by the ruins, the low fog that still hangs throughout these desolate plains that surround the city, until eventually it goes from pitch black night as it's been to midday brightness, hot sun on you. You escape from the radius of the enchantment that holds eternal night over the capital of the dynasty into a clouded sky that is broken in spots, and you can see there are beams of light that come down, these kind of gold-speckled sun rays that peek through, which is both beautiful and strangely ominous as you look beyond the Ghostlands towards the gray and red tint of the Barbed Fields. In the rest of the day's travel, before the proper sunset comes around, and it is nice to see a sunset as it's been since your journey out to the mine, since you've seen one, you make it beyond the boundaries of the Ghostlands and just on the cusp of where the Barbed Fields begin. You're at the point where the hallowed path makes its way around both sides of the valley, and then looking forward you can see barren trees, their branches gnarled and twisted, leafless. You can see what looks to be large portions of the ground that have been pressed up into jagged stonework from heavy impacts from long ago. You can see heavy, dark puddles where rainwater has seeped in over time to create these kind of awful oil slick puddles that occasionally kind of bubble. And most of the ground here from the recent rain appears cracked, like as if it was a dusty desert floor that suddenly began to break in 1-inch increments in a long sheet. It's just this textured, broken surface of varying brown, red, ruddy color.
Question.
Yes.
While we're traveling, Can I take a short rest on the back of the Moorbounders?
I'd say to take a real rest, like you're either riding the Moorbounder forward at the speed you wanting to get there as fast as possible, which is both active for you in the Moorbounder, or stopping and taking a short rest is like a sit on the ground, drink your water, or you can take it this Moorbounder at a slower pace for an hour, which will take some time.
I'll be fine.
We're going to have to sleep eventually.
I'll be fine.
I have a question as well.
Yes.
Either during this day of travel or in the last 30, according to my keen mind, have I seen any kinds of birds in this land?
Yeah, you've seen a few birds. Mostly once you've left the city.
Yeah.
There are some that stay in there, but they're darker birds.
What about out here, outside the city?
Outside of the city, in the Ghostlands, not many. In the Vermalock, you saw many birds, and there's a vibrant kind of ecological system that lived within that forest.
Are there any crows?
Crows, ravens, all sorts of sparrows, and other birds that just call the land home. At this edge, from the Ghostlands to the Barbed Fields, very few, if any. And the ones you have seen tend to be larger birds of prey or scavengers.
Okay.
And even they're pretty sparse.
Thank you.
Is there any other wildlife or creatures roaming that we see? Any other threats?
Make a perception check.
That's not great. 10.
10? I mean, looking around, you see insects that crawl amongst the muck and the currently dried and cracked surface of the edge of the fields. Occasionally you see what looks like an armadillo, but the back of its folded, almost like plated hide has these spines that stick out the side, and it just kind of crawls its way across before curling into under a rock to get out of one of the hot points of sunbeam that are now kind of slowly pushing through this region and slowly baking that area of the field edge as it cruises across.
Totally Chernobyl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything that I would know, or any stories that I've heard about the Barbed Fields?
Make a history check.
Come on, Yashi.
Come on. 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. What you know is it's considered by some people on the northern side of Jorahas as sacred territory. Sacred in the sense that it has a lot of meaning. It was a place where the final battles of the Calamity happened, and those who are either ostracized or given severe judgment by their clan or by some of the cities before the dynasty got involved in their day-to-day life would be sent to the fields to survive as a means of proving themselves and possibly working through the infractions that were perceived. Not many came back, and those that did usually spoke of it being a hellscape of survival, where nightmares walk the earth at night. Large roving beasts and udaks occasionally go out to hunt and scavenge, as well as other things that linger from those days, entities from planes parallel to this that seem to either pop through or still remain, just hunting for whatever sense of life they can come across. But people also try and cut corners, especially messengers, or folks that are looking to stay out of the eye line of the dynasty and outside of its laws as well. Nomads, people that wish to rob folks who use the exterior highway will usually stay amongst the perimeter or on the outskirts of the fields where few dare to follow them to arrest them or hunt them down. Only the toughest bounty hunters usually will want to go deep enough into the Barbed Fields.
Wow. Okay.
That's us.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I relay some of this information to you guys on our ride.
Feel good about our choices.
You think we'll be okay in here?
Yeah. We don't do anything to attract attention. We keep a low profile. We're fine.
Okay.
Have you seen our posse? Look at us.
We're not very low profile.
We rolled deep.
Practically the opposite.
There's nothing around here, though.
Exactly.
Makes you stick out, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we'll just nothing's here to see us.
Well,
Currently.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, but we do not need to worry about diplomacy, just survival.
This is the most optimistic I've seen you in a long time, Nut.
I'm real drunk.
Ah.
Not.
How long were you dry?
Few days,
That's pretty good for
few
you.
weeks. I can't remember.
I think it was just a few days.
Is that something you were trying to do, or you were trying to not drink?
Just seems not. No, I don't know. I guess so. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What do you think now? Better or worse?
Better.
Not as scared.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so as the sun is setting, do you guys heading into the Barbed Fields for a bit?
Hell yeah.
Right as the sun is setting.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay. As you begin leaping your way towards the center of the fields.
Hold on a minute. Do you want to tell the others you want to stop? We
I'm
did this
fine.
before.
As I kind of like clutch a broken rib.
You know, I'm not feeling so well.
Oh no.
I think I might need to rest here.
Okay, let's all stop.
I fell.
You did?
Well,
Was it
you
when
fell-
I fell on you?
Yes, but it's not your fault. I'm
I
very.
didn't know you were so weak.
Justin.
You didn't?
Yes,
course
I
you know
did. I
he's
know
very
you're
weak.
weak. I'm sorry I
So,
jumped on you.
My apologies. Would it be okay if we stopped here?
I think that's
For me.
probably a good
Because it's
idea.
horse, Caleb. If that's what you need.
And we will rest as short a time as possible and head out as early as possible. And maybe not go through there in the middle of the... What time is it now?
At this point, you're about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
At night. Maybe we don't want to go through there for the first time in the middle of the night. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We can lock it down here and leave it first light.
Sure. Can you build your dome?
Absolutely.
As they start the dome and I get off the back of Jan, I could just say, man, making a vulnerability look so easy.
It is.
Is there any way to tie up our more bounders? Is there any other? Is there trees?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
like a little ways into the field, like, you know, quarter mile or so, you can see some trees.
Something with a little cover. That'd be
Or we
nice.
could just let them roam and hunt and come back. I
And maybe come back.
Oh,
Don't come back.
shit.
Maybe come back.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe come back.
Come back, Shine.
They've usually come back.
Yeah, unless they get eaten, I think is the back part of that sentence.
Unless they get eaten.
Yeah.
Oh, you're worried about them.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, unless we're there to keep them safe, huh? Yeah.
I'm going to burn a little bit on gentle repose just to keep the heads from
Okay,
getting weird. on
fair
us.
enough.
What is that?
Just to keep the heads from getting weird. Allison Jaffe, 2019.
Like melty or
Like melty.
Cool.
Hellboy short story.
Yeah.
So we start asking questions. They're not like.
Looking for end of the Philian field.
Before bed, I would do dome, the wire, Frumpkin sitting on top of the dome, and then also I will use some incense to re-summon Frumpkin as. Would you allow me a vulture? Or was that too much?
That's how the water
What is this?
Oh, man.
If not, I will go crow.
I don't think it would be an issue. Let me double check.
Could be a small vulture.
A little sickly vulture.
Sure.
I had to drop
I
4
don't
copper on
think
that.
it'll be a problem, but let's go ahead and...
There's my equipment. It's 4 copper.
Challenge 0.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
That was gold.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, 1 dirty vulture
Okay.
sitting on the dome.
You got it.
Cough.
So, as you guys prep and bed down for the night, is anyone keeping watch, or are you feeling comfy under the dome and everyone's taking a long rest together?
Under the dome.
Wire up, I'm feeling.
And a dome.
In the dome.
Feeling good.
Wire in the dome.
Frumpkin will wake me up if anything bad happens.
You got it. Pumpkin's just up on top, kind of getting used to the new form. All right, you guys go to sleep. You complete your long rest without much issue. You wake up with the morning light. Another welcome sight, as it's been a little while since you've seen the dawn. Strangely muggy, warm morning. The clouds of the recent storm have broken a bit, and you're seeing a bit of the actual kind of blue sky peeking through. And it's a little uncomfortable at the moment, just from the morning heat as it comes down unfiltered onto the baked floor of the fields. But you also get a good view as the sun coasts across, and you can see in the distance these large, kind of pointed spires that litter the distance across, and you get a sense this might be where some of the name comes from. They're large, kind of rocky, almost hooked in some places, pointed, like straight in others, shapes on the horizon of the field. Too far to make out much detail, but you can just barely see them across the horizon.
Awesome. How's everybody feeling?
Great.
Do you need to I mean, we're just gonna go straight to that town, or you don't have to message him again or anything?
I mean...
Unless you wanted to throw him off the scent. Tell him, don't come back. You hear?
Well, gee whiz, that would have been nice for you guys to decide to do it last night, so we're not entering into this fucking day with me down with stuff.
Or we could message Morrow and ask if anyone else showed up yesterday.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that at the end of the day today if I don't use up all my spells. Gee whiz, you guys. What if we need me for Revivify or something?
Gosh.
Sure we
Gosh.
will. Yeah.
Tina, come in hand.
Use the spells at the end of the day.
Okay, fine. End of the day.
Caleb, give me your knots.
Spellcaster at home.
Are we talking to the head this morning?
At the end of the
Before we
day.
go?
At the end of the day?
At the end of the day.
You're another head shorter.
Seems prudent to do it at the end of the day.
But what
At the
if,
end of the day.
what if you use your spell and then you can't do it at the end of the day either?
Well, if I used my spell, then I'm really glad I didn't talk to them at the beginning of the day, because we would have needed that spell to get to the point at which we were talking to them at the end of the day.
What are we going to ask them?
Yeah, I'll follow Yasha.
What if they have pertinent information that might be good to know sooner?
All right, you
rather
guys
than
keep
later?
talking. We'll see y'all across the way.
Are you gonna get on the Moorbounders?
No, we're just talking.
Okay, have fun walking.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
We're
well,
gonna go
maybe we should actually, because
Well, maybe we'll get back on you.
I'm still picking my spells for the day anyway.
I know,
Okay.
me too.
All right, you got
I do some push-ups to make myself feel useful. Well, spellcasters pick spells.
There are a handful of empty, shelled, plated backs from those similar, like armadillo-like creatures you saw before, but they've been freshly cleared out by your moorbounders. They're just kind of strewn about 8 of them in the vicinity, where you can see a little bit of like smear in the front of their face. They've been out hunting and eating while you guys were sleeping. And then as you come to consciousness, they're kind of rested on the outside of the dome, curled up, and start waking up as soon as you guys start making noise and moving around.
Any damage on them?
It doesn't appear to be, no.
Cool.
It was a fairly safe night. All right. Anything you guys want to do before you start continuing your path?
I've already picked my spell, so I'm going to take Yannick for a runabout.
All right.
Get him primed for the day. About a quarter mile out from the dome.
All right.
No, the dome's gone. 'cause I
Dome's
exited.
gone now.
Yes.
So you're just taking him for a run?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Frumpkin too.
I'm going to make food for everybody, so that's going to be...
Okay.
I took that spell, so I'm going to
And I'll
make enough
keep
food
watch
for...
while this is happening, since we are domeless.
Perception check.
I took that.
Natural 20.
Ooh, nice. 22. Okay. Looking off in the path ahead of you, you begin to see there are pockets that are safer than others. There are areas where that kind of like thick tar-like sludge seems to pool and spread across areas, and you begin to kind of mentally take note of what seems to be the most viable paths through that patch. You also can see what looks like large craters in the far distance towards the horizon on that way. There's areas of land where it seems to just drop off into these heavy pits. but nothing catches your eye as an immediate danger. But you do notice a few elements of the path ahead of you to make it a safer journey.
Man, the terrain ahead is going to be gonzo, you guys. Might have to like move at a 3/4 pace or something instead of a dead sprint.
You think that black sludgy shit will hurt you?
I mean, it's a fair bet. I don't know what it is. There's also like whole pockets of earth and area that just gone.
Bottomless pits.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
This is where the wars happened long ago?
I understand it, yeah.
She said the final battle.
Dang.
Yeah, left some pockmarks.
Food made.
Well,
food made?
We're all good. We got food.
Enough for the Moorbounders as well? Or?
Well, they're not going to like it, but it's, yeah, sustain up to 15 humanoids and 5 steeds for 24 hours,
Great.
plus water.
Jesus, that's awesome.
this is your like
Tastes
tofu.
terrible.
Protect this one.
It's
Jelly.
It's
Your boba balls.
It's boba ball.
Yeah.
So 15 humanoids.
Or 5 steeds.
Or 5 steeds.
5 steeds.
All right, so I'd say 15 humanoids. You can feed.
In the meantime, I have this jar of beads that would feed us.
One animal?
You could almost feed all the Moorbounders. You could feed you guys and 1.5 Moorbounders.
Yeah, they're eating. They seem to be eating though as well.
So you're fine.
All the food in the end does fine.
Okay, come on, let's go. This fuckface is getting away from us.
do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you hear my yarn ball?
It's a habit.
Can anyone search for tracks as we go? Anyone who Yasha knows the area or
I'm keeping an eye
try.
out for things.
Yeah.
Great. Who wants to look for tracks?
I will look.
right? Because they moved through here. Maybe if they took this route.
They probably took the safe route.
Caleb and
I will look.
All right, so Caleb and who else?
I'll look, sure.
All right, both of you guys make survival checks, please.
That's a natural one.
Oh.
18.
18, okay. This terrain is very alien to you, and you have no idea how to pick up patterns across it at all. You're kind of flustered by it. Jester, looking around, you see tracks. Some of them look like small creatures, some of them look like large creatures. Some of them look humanoid and older, but nothing. You have no discerning way of knowing what tracks may be the individual you've been seeking or not. There are all sorts of matter tracks around you.
Yeah, there's lots of footprints and stuff.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for anything unusual.
Perception check.
we're not on a trail per se, right? It's pretty open and cracked.
It's open from this point. There's no set trails here.
26.
26. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay. So, progressing forward, 1 hour, 2 hours, the heat begins to cool a bit. The clouds begin to close back in. The bright sunlight that was kind of peering through begins to vanish under the familiar gray skies of Jorhas. Following Ford's lead, you manage to move around some of these tar pockets. And as you go by, they're a dark, deep brown-green color. And as you approach, there's still nothing seems to, there's no wind where you are currently. And it's just this kind of slick, almost reflective surface. You just kind of maneuver through the patches of it. You go past one of these larger pits and you see what looks to be like a grayish mound in the center of it, about 5 feet across. You maneuver around past that.
Is it a being that got stuck?
Make perception checks
Seems to be
specifically.
moving it all.
7.
7, hard to tell. You with your, I'll say with your perception check you had earlier as a general look, it does look like bone, and it may be a creature that got caught in within and did not escape. There are elements of it that remind you of tar, except for the coloration.
Right.
No, do you need a sample of this for any reason?
I wouldn't get too
Brown,
close to that.
green, kind of in certain angles and certain bits of light, it kind of shifts from one to the other.
I'm okay.
Okay, continue on. A few more hours. You begin to now approach the large spires that you had seen on the horizon before. Some of these are bits of dark rock that don't match the brown and red floor of this wide Badlands. It's like a deep dark gray, and they're ranging anywhere between 15 to 40 feet tall. And they're thin, and they're just jutting out of the ground like they were placed there or were pushed out from underneath. You did briefly encounter the Penumbra Range when you were going towards the Stone Giant's Fort, and the coloration and texture of this rock seems similar. So this rock seems to be of the same rock that the mountain range, known as the Penumbra Range, is made of, but they seem deliberately placed, and their massive size, and some of them being curved to a point, jutting outward, is just a curious and unnatural feel to their placement.
Seemingly random placement.
Yep.
Yeah.
You come across two and kind of keep a wide berth. The first one you come up nearby is about 20 feet tall. It's just straight, just sticking out of the ground.
Is there any resemblance to bones themselves? Large bones?
Do you want to go up and take a look?
I will send Frumpkin to land on top of one.
Okay.
Take a look.
Okay. So you look into Frumpkin's eyes?
Yeah.
All right, roll a medicine check.
Medicine check. Ooh. 22.
22. Best you can tell, these don't appear to be bone. You're just not, these aren't, natural from a creature's body.
Yeah.
They're large structures made of stone. You just have no idea of whom or where or how old these may be.
And they're pointed in jagged.
Random directions, different places. It's
not etched or glyphed or symbols on them or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
They don't look like they have... You go ahead. Sorry.
No, 15 to 40 feet tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like tons of them, like Fortress of Solitude? Or?
No, like you'll come across one every mile or so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
And then at some point you come across like 2 or 3 within a mile, and then sometimes you go a stretch of 5 miles without any. They're kind of randomly distributed and in different sizes and different angles where they're placed across the fields.
I wonder if you could fly up really high if you would see a pattern.
Maybe. That's a good idea. And I was going to ask, but then I'm going to take her up on that. Do they look like they have erupted up or have been, or just been here too long to tell?
The earth around.
Make an intelligence check.
Going up with it, down.
21.
21. These have been here long enough where there's no way of knowing.
Wow.
The earth that's been around them is a combination of just gathered through wind and dust that has caused a slight gathering around the exterior of the base, but there's no sign of rock erupted around it from a recent impact or comparatively any cracks that show it. They've just been there long enough where they've just merged with the scenery, so you're not able to ascertain the direction in which they arrived.
Okay, well, we must be at a halt since we're the only ones who can ride these things, training them, and she called that out, so I will send Frumpkin spiraling up quite high to look down. So this will probably take a few minutes.
Okay.
Like a mile into the air.
Yeah, okay. Frumpkin goes a mile into the air and looks down and sees from his position about 7 or so within sight.
They don't create a big smiley face or anything from above.
Not from his perspective, no.
They're markers of some sort.
Well, these are the barbs.
No patterns.
It's
no discernible
the
pattern.
Barbed Fields?
Okay. So I will summon Frumpkin back.
Fields.
I mean, these are the barbs.
These are the barbs, yeah.
I'll also say that, if they were the drop from the sky or if they sprung from the earth, well, what do they spring from? There might be something underneath them, but that would be
terrible and horrifying.
A lot to
let's not
try and take care of.
It's so old, it's probably dead by now anyway.
Make a history check.
Oh, no.
Balls.
About me, would I have heard anything?
Yeah, you make a history check as well.
In advance.
You both are fairly learned.
You're going to roll luck before?
12. It's a spell.
Cast
12. So you have to have it
15.
precast.
15. Nothing's ringing a bell for either of you guys, unfortunately. That's all right.
Okay.
Onward.
So,
roll a 2. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? So you continue to press on deeper into the Barbed Fields. Your first full day of travel northward. Hours go by, the sun behind the clouds, you can feel the temperature getting cooler and cooler. Eventually, the light begins to grow darker and darker as it gets closer to dusk. Passing by, what are you laughing about?
I'm good.
Doodle. I'm sure a doodle of some kind.
Yeah.
Problematic.
It's probably lewd.
Problematic.
Pushing onward, you begin to... I totally lost my train of thought. It's been a week. Anyway.
I can't blame him.
Hey man, I'm throwing up mage armor and I'm giving the gift of alacrity to Beauregard.
Whoa.
Okay.
What does that do?
What's happening?
Oh, is that thing?
Yeah.
What's it do again?
So adds to your initiative.
After Caleb casts mage armor on himself, reaches over and touches your shoulder, you watch as the hand approaches you. There's this slight gathering of dark energy that swirls around his hand, and these tiny little specks of light that blink through it as it reaches over and grabs your shoulder. You feel this like brief surge through your body, and for a second everything goes into slow motion and then reverts back to normal.
Shit's almost unsettling if it wasn't so dope.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
I just invented golf cannon.
Hate you all.
The master's course out here on the Barbed Fields. It's a par 9.
Bad luck.
you
The ball
guys.
landed in an oily tar pit.
It's been real rough.
6-stroke penalty.
It's that time. Continue to pass by clusters of leafless trees. Some are completely broken in the center, burned charcoal. Some just appear to have just petrified over time. But it's like walking through a graveyard of nature in time at different places. Occasionally you hear different birds that have come out this far, largely scavenging birds, vultures similar to what you had given a form. You get partway through this one section of broken trees and a large chunk of ruin before, who's at the front?
I guess it would have been me, and we were checking for...
Well, I guess we've kind of made it to the barb, so I don't have to be anymore. My 20 probably wore off. Everything I'd seen.
Who's at the front?
I'll be with you, Jester.
Alrighty. So you guys are at the front, Moorbounder. And you're kind of moving through the area, leaping quickly before your mount suddenly kind of stops for a second and goes,
What is it, Yarnball? What do you smell?
and you can see there's like a person sitting next to one of the trees facing away from you, just kind of leaning against it.
Quick, Caleb, kill them.
No. Why would we want to do that? We don't know anything.
I'm gonna rely on Eyes of the Grave.
Eyes of the Grave? Okay. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing catches your interest.
Cool.
Silly.
Should we call out to them? What do they what do they look like from? Are we seeing them
Make
from
a perception
behind?
check.
Okay. 8.
8. It's kind of hard to see at this distance. The sun's getting close to setting, and there's now these long shadows stretching across the field. From what you can see, kind of a pale person, just kind of leaning away from you against the tree.
In the shade, or is there still leafless trees?
Leafless trees. There's no shade beneath.
There's only one of them. I mean, come on. Look, there's all of us.
I'm looking all around.
This feels like a honeypot.
I'm going to get off the Moorbounder and just sort of flank right.
Okay.
Weapon drawn,
Can I just call out to them?
Sure. Not yet, not yet.
Can I send them a message?
I'm gonna jump off the moorbounder just in case.
What if I send my bird to sit in that tree and we get a closer look?
That's a good idea.
I mean, there's nothing for a very long time. They've probably heard us coming up.
That's why it freaks me out.
That he's not doing anything.
Maybe he's dead.
Maybe he is.
Send Frumpkin off to sit in the tree above.
I would tell me if they're undead. I wouldn't tell me if they're dead.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get any undead presents. Frumpkin lands on the branch and looks down. Are you looking through his eyes? All right, you see what looks to be a humanoid, kind of a pale gray skin, no hair. And just
breathing, seemingly alive.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, of course. I'll use this die that has been fucking me.
Does the fucking continue?
I hope so. 14.
14? He appears to be breathing.
Okay.
Are his eyes open or closed?
Hard to see from this height.
Can't hear.
Does he have a dope as hell beard?
Muscular?
Zoned out, or is he...
Can't see from this position.
From here.
Muscular figure or emaciated and slender?
Looks a little slender. It's hard to tell from this distance. You're about, 70 or so feet from this figure.
I'm going to, under the pretense of thinking that he's dead, send Frumpkin about 20 feet in front of him onto the ground. And do like little mini steps closer.
Okay.
Like he's looking at food.
Okay. As Frumpkin lands and looks forward, you see the figure standing there, kind of legs crossed. The pale gray body itself, you can see kind of the skin pulled tight against the rib cage.
Resistance, okay.
Would you?
Just casting resistance.
Okay.
It's just cantrip.
The creature's jaws open a bit. Its eyes are clouded over in white. You can see like layers of broken, jagged teeth on both sides of its mouth. It's
Frumpkin to squawk loudly at it.
Frumpkin squawks loudly. It kind of looks up at it.
Dead thing. Dead thing.
It looks back over towards you guys.
Undead.
Stands up for a minute. It brings its arm up against the tree, and where you look where its arm is, the forearm extends into this long, kind of hooked point.
Oh my god.
It stands up, Frumpkin gets up into the eye. It turns around, and you can now see its other arm is the same, and there's a third arm coming out of its stomach that also comes to this point, and it kind of looks to you all and kind of gives this like low, mournful,
what the fuck?
Just wail. And we're gonna take a break on that.
I don't like it when you do
I knew it was gonna be some 28 days later shit.
That's so scary.
Fucking no.
We'll come back here in just a few minutes to pick up from this encounter.
DM, can you on the break find the sword paper so we can find out what the sword is?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna go get right now. Yeah, we'll come back from the break and we'll consider it
I'm gonna throw
if it's
up.
anything useful taken care of. So anyway, we'll be back here in a few minutes, guys. Before we do that, we have our giveaway from Wormwood right here. This is you may recognize from Campaign 1, made famous by Scanlan Shorthalt, the Purple Heart.
Hey, Purple Heart.
Dice tray. It's so pretty. So pretty with leather interior there from our friends at Wormwood. The code word for tonight's giveaway is generosity. So go ahead and put in the word generosity into the chat once, more than once, and you'll be disqualified. Once again, this is for US and Canada, excluding Quebec. We'll come back at the break with a winner, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Happy Red Nose Day!
Happy Red Nose Day.
Perfect warlock, her weapons and supplies. But you need a place to track your stuff, cause you're so disorganized. You click open the webpage, you heard about a critical role, and now you're ready to kick some butt in that mine shaft full of no's. It's TNT! TNT Beyond, yeah, TNT! TNT Beyond.
day, critters.
I'm Mark Humes, Dungeon Master for High Rollers, and you probably know me as Caliana here on Critical Role as well. And I am very happy to announce that I'm going to be running a Tales of Equestria one-shot. This is a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic role-playing game, and I am joined by an incredible cast. Julie Nathanson, Markia McCarty, Ashley Johnson, Roger Cakesmith, and some guy called Liam O'Brien as well. This will air on Friday, May 31st at 7 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/Critical Role. If you miss the live broadcast, the video will be available immediately to subscribers, or you can catch the VOD on youtube.com/Critical Role Sunday morning, June 2nd. I'll see you there, every pony.
Hey everyone!
Hi, happy Red Nose Day!
Happy Red Nose Day. We want to take a moment and say thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting the folks at Red Nose Day and the incredible mission they have to fight childhood poverty. It's been incredible.
Yeah, and thank you all so much. And of course, thanks to Stephen Colbert for making the Stephen mini adventure happen. It was such a delightful and incredible experience.
We're still processing it.
I know. We're just so glad
still
that
processing it.
we got to take you all with us on that crazy journey.
Definitely. And don't forget, you can still donate to Red Nose Day and help bring an end to childhood poverty at critroll.com/rednoseday.
That's right. That's critroll.com/rednoseday. Donate now.
Do it for Capo.
Do it for Eric. Eric!
Love you guys.
Bye.
Last time on Talks Machina.
Are we on the internet?
We sure are, Brian.
Tonight, nope, almost. Tonight, the Mighty Nein get unnerved by the Bright Queen, attack the Overcrow Apothecary, and let their targets slip away. We'll break it all down with my guests, Sam Riegel and Liam O'Brien. All that and more on tonight's Talks Machina.
Jay Vetti wants to know the question that everybody's asked us this week. After last week's events, when can we expect Frumpkin to become a horse as an apology to the fans?
I knew it. I knew it. Man, I need an apology to myself. That did not feel good. I did not kill the horse on purpose. I meant to hurt it and get it the hell out of the way.
Just say that one more time as a complete sentence to camera. I, Liam O'Brien, purposely killed an animal. That would help my campaign a lot.
Yeah. If you could just repeat that verbatim.
Do not do it. As your attorney, I would advise you not to listen to that.
This isn't your time.
I love animals. Do you know how many times I've gotten down and cuddled and pet Henry the dog? Do you know how many times Sam has pet Henry the dog?
Never. You have never touched that dog.
You know why?
Why?
Germs. I don't want
germs.
I don't want animal germs.
So
animal germs? You have kids. Kids are a disease.
Sam, give me more to work with.
Dish.
Not germs from the dog. Germs from you, Brian. I know that you pet that dog more than anyone. I don't want your whatever you've got syphilis on your hands to transfer somehow to my precious.
Well, the only thing I want to get to tonight, because I'm done with questions for you, cosplay of the week.
Yes.
Cosplay of the week. Look at it.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Wendy Doodles, our beloved Wendy Sullivan did that. Our first winner for Cosplay of the Week was sent in by Andy Srivastrava.
Yep, perfect.
At Andy _ the other thing I just said. Photo by Ali Madden. Let's take a look. The first winner. Cosplay of the Week. Check out the Fordo bomb.
Yep. But it's the snarl that really sells it.
I would not fight that person.
That scowl.
I would not fight that person.
No.
That scowl would make me back down
I
pretty
love all
quick.
the jade too.
Yeah, as scary as Marisha Ray.
And a wonderfully taken photograph as well.
Yeah.
Good focus.
But so high rollers, do you guys all get high and play?
He's got it. That's the gimmick.
Okay.
That's the gimmick.
angle.
Yeah.
High rollers. Yeah.
Different drug every week?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm in. I wanna
yeah.
watch.
We experiment a little bit, like maybe mix a few things up. Bath salts one week, and then maybe.
The mescaline episode was hella weird because they all turned into cows. But going back to what we were talking about, what does it mean to be good? is the question I think we're really getting into in this campaign. What does it mean to be good? And what does that weird gray area look like between, because there's the anti-hero archetype, but none of you are fitting into that very well. So it's a deeper layer to me than the anti-hero archetype. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Part of what makes you good or not good is your own assessment of your own goodness, and how comfortable you are with that. And
then does that make Caleb the big bad?
If that were true,
are you willing to be? Are you drunk enough to let that slip on the air?
I will say, I won't answer that question, but I will say, like, you know, we do playlists for these characters, and we'll do 2 or 3. I think we'll probably end up doing 3 again. And I have this vast bucket of music, and it's full of songs that would chart him to like the worst possible ending, where he'd leave. Where I think if he was going to have left the campaign, it would have happened already. And Matt and I have talked about it. I have songs that would have charted that ending for him.
Wow.
And I still have them because I feel like those are still echoes in the back of his head, whether or not they bubble all the way to the forefront.
welcome back. So, first and foremost, we have our winner of the giveaway. The winner of our fantastic
delivery.
I know. Well, there's just a lot going on around me. I'm easily distracted tonight. Didn't get enough iron. So the winner of our Wormwood giveaway tonight is Alejo Loreto. Alejo Loreto, congratulations. We'll get this to you ASAP. Well done, sir.
PDQ.
Indeed. And, because I forgot to bring it out here earlier, this is the identified sword.
That's the greatest name.
I know.
Oh my god. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your weapon.
Well, technically, Caleb.
Technically, Caleb would.
DM game over. It's fine.
I know,
Sorry.
let's look at it.
What's the name? You know, let me be a hoarder.
It's called a
fine.
skin gorger.
Oh, what is it? Skin gorger.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
Take it. I just pass it.
Skin gorger wielded
So,
by
it's-
orphan maker.
Read
Yeah,
it,
right.
Skin gorger.
Cousin to manslaughter in the first
Read it out
degree.
loud to the
Okay.
people.
This massive rust-colored blade was once wielded as a symbol of dominance by the ruling ogre lord in Igrithid. The +1 bonus attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. While attuned to this greatsword, you can use your bonus action and take a point of exhaustion to empower this blade. For 1 minute, all attacks with this greatsword deal an additional 1d8 acid damage, and it critically hits on a roll of 19 or 20. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until the next time.
I mean, it would take you a while to recover from that exhaustion anyway.
It's a point of exhaustion. So.
Full rest to get rid of a point of exhaustion. Once per day, you can use that.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
So that's a
Pretty tight.
that's a double-edged sword
Does
right
anybody?
there.
Does anybody?
Nope, that's all you.
Is this a?
That's you.
Pour moi.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that sword doesn't have the
Doesn't have
dispel magic
Have the
on
dispel
it.
magic.
Correct.
it's interesting, but
Can someone carry around 2 long swords all the time and just like?
Well, you can keep a great sword with you, but only one of the, you can only use one at a time, and you can only have.
Are they both great
one
swords?
tuned.
Well, you technically could have 2 attuned. You just can't use them
Can't use them both at the same
at the
time.
same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can pick your tool for the day.
I mean,
That's true. Ford does use swords.
Yeah, I can do this.
I just wanted to give it
No, never mind. That didn't go.
You don't get it.
Thanks, dealer.
You don't get it. Sorry.
Falls into one of those holes.
The vortex. This is all just trying to not think about what's about to happen.
I know. I'm so nervous.
Yeah, the creepy thing.
So while you're going over that, let me go ahead and get the battlefield out.
Today's battle is brought to you by the good folks at Dwarven Forge. Dwarven Forge has a free download of their 406-page Dungeon of Doom module available on their website right now. Dwarven Forge. Be sure to
Oh, so close.
be sure to dwarven it up.
Look at the tombstones on the tree.
Pan that back to
Skin gorge.
I don't know what. These trees are awesome gift from my friends at Hyperion Terrain. Whoa. Guys, they sent this to me because I've been trying really hard to get dead trees for forever, and they printed them out and painted them for me.
Oh,
Really
they're
sweet. Thank you, guys.
beautiful.
Are those our moorbounders?
These are your more, for the time being, these are what I'm using. These are more bounders because I don't have more bounder minis.
Big boys.
Big boys. Big boysies.
Just big boys.
Okay, so we had Jester and Ford
On the
one in
front.
front. Not had left off and had gone around the side.
Yep, flanking right.
Right. Yasha. Who? All right. So who else got off of the moorbounder?
I stepped down.
I stayed
both
on,
sides.
not flanked right.
So Bo, you would have been
I would
down on
be,
this
yeah.
one. Who else was on that one?
I'm riding that one, but I would prefer to stay on.
Okay, so we'll say you're on, and we'll
Yeah.
say that you're off to the side there.
Okay.
Caduceus is riding the other one.
With Yasha.
Yeah.
It's a D8.
Okay.
Where's the fella?
And the fella, because there is no mini for this particular individual, is right there, and began to rush forward. To about there. As it shimmies towards you quickly, it has the 3 arms, and you watch as 2 more kind of stick out of its back.
Fuck that!
For a total of 5 appendages.
No!
5? No! The worst number.
Let's go roll some initiative, guys.
Don't fuck me, Gil.
Wait, didn't oh, you get advantage on?
No, I get a D8.
Avid stuff.
Natural 20.
That's terrible.
Yes.
Plus 4, so 24 plus 5. 29. Wow.
Damn. Great. Gina?
Okay.
It's 20 more than me.
So, top of the round, 25 to 20.
Well.
29.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
25 to 20.
What's that Lonely Island video? I don't know why.
20 to 15.
17. 18.
15.
All right. Yasha. Fuck, man.
It's weird having advantage on initiative.
All right. 15 to 10.
So opposite.
15 to 10.
Alrighty.
Oh,
10 to 5.
9.
9. All Nott and Caleb going together. All right. And where'd you Caduceus? Oh, sorry, buddy.
3.
Alrighty. So, top of the round, Beauregard, you are up as this creature begins to rush forward towards you.
As soon as I see it twitch, I twitch quicker than it because I've got alacrity, and I go, no, and I just run straight towards
Away?
it.
Away! Up to it there?
Up to it, yeah.
All right, go for it.
And I just dart over to it, and I doing a running barrel kick to its face. I'm going for it.
Man.
2 attacks. First 2 attacks, that's good. Shit. Oh, they're both the same. They're both 23 to hit.
Wow.
Both hit.
Yes. Ooh. That's good. 2. 12 damage for one and 10 damage for the other, so 22 hit. Pop, pop. And after that first one, I'm going to do a stunning strike. Seize.
Alrighty.
There's not.
That is going to be 15.
By the big rock over there.
Shit, my save is 15.
Oh, shit, yeah, so it makes the save.
How do I fix that? It's a problem. Do it again. I'm going to do it again. Because
Okay.
stun the first time, try it again. Stun the second time.
Okay, so another point for the stun?
2 points into trying to stun this bitch.
Okay. That is a fail.
He is stunned.
He is stunned.
Yes. Awesome.
So the second hit.
Wear the Ring of Shame. Yeah.
All right.
2. Okay. And then, fuck it. Let's go big or go home. One more. Flurry of blows. 2 more hits.
You have advantage on those attacks because it's stunned.
That's right. So that first one is a 14. That's 24 to hit for the first one.
That hits. Oof.
Giving it 9 damage. The second one is a 16 to hit, 26. 10 damage.
All right.
Good round.
Good round. Where's the damn wizard? Oh, there. Okay.
All right. So,
rolls for a long time.
as the sun has been setting and the area has grown slightly darker as this encounter comes into play, this entity, as you're unloading on it, your blows are glancing and not quite impacting as hard as you would hope
Okay.
with each hit.
But he's stunned.
He is stunned still.
Okay. All right.
Glancing
It's like-
and not
it's like-
landing as hard.
It's just kind of held in place. Its head kind of swimming. You see its eyes. Its white pupilless eyes kind of rolling in its head from the stun.
Also, I hit it with. Sorry, did you want to go ahead? No. I hit it with my. Give me extract aspects.
Yes. Okay. It has resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing while in dim light or darkness.
Oh shit, that's cool. And so as the sun is setting, we are in dim light.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So I just quickly shout out. The darkness makes this guy slippy.
Good.
Slippy slang for something? I was like,
Is that in your turn?
Slippery. And that ends my turn.
All right. Yasha, you're up.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay. I'm gonna start I would like to rage.
Yeah.
So I am going to start booking it towards.
Someone roll for your more bounders as well, if you don't mind.
Is it all bludgeoning or like, because my fists are magical?
Bludgeoning in general.
Is there a plus to that?
Yeah, it's in our.
Is there a plus to that?
Whoever has the more bounder stat sheet.
So it's gotta be that.
Would it be the dexterity? Would it? Yeah, I have the more bounder thing in the.
Okay.
But it doesn't have an initiative plus.
It'd be a dexterity bonus.
Dexterity.
Oh,
No bump.
12.
15 for yarn ball.
Okay. Gotcha. 17 for Yannick.
Well, they all go in one, so whatever you rolled is what they go as.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Otherwise, we have 3 other initiatives to worry about.
Oh,
that makes 15.
15. That's a nice in between at the. Yeah.
Got it. So sorry, Yasha, you have raged, and what are you doing?
Okay, so I would like to start booking it towards this creature.
You leap off the more bounder. We'll say get up there. It's 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. That's your movement there.
Okay, so I guess I'll take the rest. Yeah, I will. I'll dash the rest of the way. I want to get to him.
You dash up, and with your dash, you can actually get on the other side to flank in case you want to. Okay.
Great.
So you move around, blade at the ready. The skin gorger, by the way, just to describe it, it doesn't have a hilt. It's one large, solid, kind of rust-colored blade with 2 handles on the back of it. So it looks like there's not like a handle and a hilt. It's just like you're clutching 2 open handles on the back of one big, solid glaive.
Cool.
That's so
that is
cool.
That's gnarly.
This blade.
So that's the end of your turn. There's your movement, action, and bonus. Yeah.
Action, bonus,
All right,
yeah.
Jester, you're up next. Ford, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna guiding bolt this creature.
Go for it. You have an advantage on the
At
attack.
the second level.
Go for it.
Thank God I had advantage. Holy shit.
Guiding bolt plus 9 is 24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
Okay. That's 5d6.
Oh, okay. It took me a second. This is gonna make me
Woo!
nervous.
18, 21, 23.
3. Oof. As it slams into the creature, the burning, radiant energy kind of courses across its torso and head, the skin kind of peeling back. It's looking to hurt.
Okay. And in case he needs a double advantage,
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that finishes your turn. You want to move or stay where you are?
I'm gonna stay on yarn ball.
Okay, so you're still on your arm ball. All right, that brings us to Ford.
Yeah, I'll use my 30 feet of movement to run up the map.
Okay, so you leap off more bender. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Actually, not towards it, towards this area if I can. Sorry.
All right. That right, that'll get you 30 right there.
Anything I see over there before I turn my attention to blade hands?
You're using your action to look?
Oh, I don't want to use my action to look. I'll just send 2 Eldritch Blasts towards that that creature, but I just wanted to be there.
Let me see over here. Actually, yes. See another one of these creatures.
Oh, no.
Just risen up from behind, like.
Yeah, fuck. No, you don't need to make the noise every time. I will send 2 Eldritch Blasts towards that new friend.
All right, go for it.
Eldritch Blast. One of them is a 26.
That hits.
The other one is a 13.
13 misses. So you see it go, ah, poof, fire both out. One just goes wide and blasts into one of the nearby rocks off to the side.
That's accurate. That's accurate. That is 13 points of Eldritch Blast.
13 points to the other. You got it. Alrighty.
I'll use my bonus action to cast Hex on that motherfucker.
Hex, ma'am.
Is Hex an action or bonus action?
I'm sorry, Hexblade's Curse.
Hexblade's Curse.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. For that here. There it is. Hexblade's Curse.
Did we have to roll more bounder initiative?
They did.
It already did, yeah.
Oh, you did it for us?
15.
She did it.
Oh, okay. Great.
All right, so.
That's it. I'll just yell out,
Okay. The already darkened corner of that area over there, blocked by the light, the shadows get darker around it as the curse wraps itself, almost like tentacles, like guts across the creature. It looks, after being struck, it looks back at you. And it's not their turn. From this nearby tree, you start hearing dozens and dozens of tiny squeaks.
Oh, hell.
And you watch as a series of bats all descend from the tree towards the brightest color in the vicinity. Caduceus. From the top of this tree.
Okay.
Swarm of bats descends on you from the top. That's going to be 19 to hit.
That hits.
That hits? Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad for a +1. All right, so you take...
Would the creature that we're attacking, that I've hit with the guarding bolt, he's glittering with a mystical dim light now. Just. So.
Yeah, mystical dim light. He's in dim light.
Yeah.
Take 5 points piercing damage.
Cool.
And they're just swarming around you right now. They're squeaking, they're scraping at you, biting at you, and you're trying to shake them off.
Not cool.
All right, that guy over there is stunned. This guy over here, was behind the rock, after being blasted in the chest, was going to climb through that opening and instead turns and goes and skitters towards you.
Stop, man! Why are you doing this?
Because it's fun. Runs past over here.
Oh God.
And is going to take its multi-attack arm spikes at you.
He's going out on a limb.
Ooh.
Oh.
Terrible.
Very good.
18 to hit.
Hits.
Hits you, and the...
We appreciate puns. You all know this.
Dirty puns.
Devoted to them.
All the time.
Take away the puns.
Actually-
there's really not much left.
It's all Honey
Sorry,
Ice was.
instead of the arm spike, it's going to make an embrace.
Okay.
So instead, it comes forward towards you, both of its arms out, and pierces them through your body and pulls you in toward it. All the arms like wrapping around you like a spider trapping its prey. And now you're pressed up against it. All you can see is its bright eye and its mouth open, just pulling you as close to the creature as you possibly can.
Nope. Worst person to happen to.
Wow.
Just loudly screaming in your ear. This horrible wail. You take 31 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Copy that. Grappled. Condition.
31 points?
That's a lot of damage.
Wow.
You're also frightened while you are in its grasp.
Grappled and frightened.
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
While it's holding you, you just feel its mournful wail just shaking your soul at its very deepest level.
Yeah.
And it's just pulling you closer and closer towards it. That ends its turn. The one that's stunned remains stunned. And out from this side,
Oh God.
kind of higher pitched comes rushing this way.
No.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't take any actions, but it rushes right up to you, Caleb. Its claws are out trying to reach towards you.
I don't know if it helps at all, but I'm on the moorbounder.
Correct. But it's reaching, it's like trying to harry you towards the creature. It's now the moorbounder's turn.
Do we each control
You guys
our own?
control your moorbounders.
Oh, right. And do we have to roll for
You can only make them sit and stay.
shake?
I'm gonna have my warbounder attack the bats that are swarming it right now.
Play doh.
She does.
I'm gonna have mine run up and attack the one that's holding on to Ford.
Okay.
It can attack with its hooves, it says.
It's claw. It's a.
Oh, it's a modified
yeah,
horse.
yeah, yeah.
Got it. So it's
It can
it's a claw
claw.
attack.
Yes, it doesn't have like a large array of attacks. So go ahead and roll against the bats.
All right, what's the plus to attack, by the way?
Plus 6.
Plus 6. That's 24.
Yeah, good roll damage.
That's
2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4.
What's its category, Matt? Do you know? Beast companion, familiar, well-shaped mount, summon.
7.
7 points.
7 points, nice. It takes not a whole lot of damage as it's striking at a swarm of bats. 1 or 2 bats get knocked to the ground, but it's still just a large cloud, and it's going to take a lot more to carve through them. So that's your Moorbounder's turn. Staying put?
The Warbounder?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's interested in the bats right now. I feel like.
Okay. For yours, Jester?
Mine is gonna run up and try to get the one that's attacking Ford. Gonna rear back and like bring his claws down.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Don't hit Ford.
Oh, good. 16 plus 9. 6 plus 6.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Ooh, 11 points.
Nice.
My yarn sounds lame, but it's really tough.
Because of the shaded space, the damage doesn't do as much impact as you would hope. As a reaction, it's going to use its Tightening Embrace.
Tightening Embrace?
So as it gets hit, it wails louder and crushes onto Ford even harder.
No,
Like you need a hug.
You take 17 points of psychic damage.
Just from the.
As it's pulling you in and it's screaming in you, it's like shaking through your brain, and that fear that's inside you right now is just getting more and more painful.
That thing's crushing on you like an elven pirate.
There you go. All right, and Caleb, your last Moorbounder turn.
I yank the harnesses to the right and say Toad, which means death, and Zemnian attack this one.
Okay, roll attack.
You said it's resistant to piercing damage?
Piercing, bludgeoning,
18 to
slashing.
18 to hit hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit.
Including magical if it's in dim or dark light. So light.
Just 6 for that one.
I could blow something crazy again.
It's
all right, you got it. So strikes through and claws. Doesn't do as much damage as you hope. Once again, they're in this kind of shaded dusk space. They're empowered by the nearby shadow. All right, that ends your turn, Caleb?
That was the Moorbounder.
Sorry, Moorbounder's turn. Moorbounder, is it going to move? It's going to stay?
It's going to stay.
Okay. That brings us now to Nott and Caleb. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. The Drift Globe says I can light that thing up, and then says you can speak another command word as an action to make it rise. So does that mean lighting it up is a free action?
Let me see
it doesn't mention action in the first part, lighting it up. And then says you can then do an action to make it float.
Speak its command word. No, I would say you can just speak the word.
Speak the word?
Yeah.
Then I pull the Drift Globe out and hold it up in the air and say Fajar, and there is daylight streaming all around us.
All right, so
60 feet in every direction.
60 feet, that will encompass everything. So as the orb is pulled out by Caleb.
Sorry.
I didn't make it up. It's on the card. And for my action, I will take out some...
the globe was put away. You had to pull it out to use it, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm saying if the globe wasn't at the ready, you'd have to reach in and pull it out.
Okay.
And then see the command word. I'd say that'd probably be an action to do all that. Because it's using an object, technically.
Cool.
Okay, so that's your action. Yep. Do you want to move or stay where you are?
No, I want to stay on the Moorbounder.
Okay. You do watch as the globe begins to emit this bright light that encompasses the area. The creatures begin to shrink away from it, and previously the kind of tough gray hide that they had begins to crack on the exterior, seemingly affected by the presence of very, very bright light.
Light it up.
So that finishes your turn, Caleb. Not what are you doing?
I will around the back here of the volume.
This way?
Yep.
All right.
Getting within 30 feet of the thing. Watch that it's got forward, and I will attack.
Go for it.
With the Tinker Top Bolt Blaster crossbow. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
Do you get sneak attack? 'Cause it's got all sorts of shit up in my
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Very much sneak attack.
Not great roll, but that's okay.
Hit it!
Terrible.
Yeah.
To my fucking pancreas!
I'll use 21. I'll use Fury the Small, add another 9 points, so that's 30 points of damage.
Ooh, nice. Of which it is not resistant to any, since the light emanating from the globe has taken away the resistance. As you fire the bolt, it strikes in the back of the neck and actually comes through the front of the chin a bit, causing its jaw to dislocate slightly to one side, and kind of just looking down into Ford's face.
Turtles are worse, though.
Still up. It's still up.
Yeah, it's still up.
I will fire again.
Go for it.
Fire again. That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Only scores. Oh, that's not terrible. Where's my shit? 10 more points of damage.
Nice. All right. It's still standing. It's looking hurt. It's looking hurt.
If I have any more movement left, I'll scoot behind like that rock or that tree or any rock I can get to
Back where you were, or back behind this tree, or what?
Maybe behind this rock.
Yeah, you have enough movement to get there.
Sure.
All right.
Behind this rock.
All right, that's your turn. That brings us to Caduceus.
Watch out, Caduceus!
Harried by bats.
They're armed!
No.
That wasn't even worth a moan.
Keep trying. Keep trying.
Yeah, let's do a. Yeah, sorry, I got thrown. I'm going to see if I can.
Oh, you're on that.
Oh, Cad's going.
Yeah, I'm going to do something at second level. I'm going to try a ray of enfeeblement.
Okay.
For fun.
I'm
actually going to hit the thing that's attacking Caleb. I'm gonna stay where I am with the bats, and I'm going to fire through and hit the creature that's
roll for I believe with the ray it's a spell attack.
It's a Constitution. It's an attack save Constitution.
Oh, I was wrong.
17.
No, that's a 10.
Nice. All right. So you deal only half damage. Oh, is it weapon attack? Would this consider weapon attack? It has a weapon.
They're considered weapon attacks.
Okay.
Yes.
You straight. Okay. So yeah, it's at half damage no matter what. And then. Oh boy.
Does it make save at the end of its turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can make a save against the spell.
Got it.
And then, yeah, that's. I think that's all I can do without ruining something. I'm just double checking. Yeah, just for fun, I'm going to see what happens if I turn invisible if the bats go away.
Okay. So you vanish on top of your Moorbounder.
Mm-hmm. And I'm. Yeah.
All right. That finishes your go. Top of the round, Bo, you are up.
Does my guy look like he's getting crackly from the light as well?
Yeah, the light radius of 60 feet has affected all of them. So they are all now in like a bright globe of daylight.
Seeing that, I'm going to do 2 hammer fists and kind of come right across his face.
Go for it.
That's a natural 19. 7 damage for the first one.
Alrighty.
Second attack. Another natural 19 for 29. With 6 damage, so 12 damage.
Nice.
How's he looking?
Was that 6 damage on that you said? 12.
12 total.
Oh, 12 total, got you.
With 7 damage from the first, 12 from the second.
Gotcha.
How bad's he looking?
He's looking pretty hurt.
Do I stun?
I want to inside check the DM. I don't like the way he said
He's
that.
looking pretty hurt.
Right.
What aren't you telling us?
Flurry of blows again. I'm not
Sure.
gonna-
2 more
I'm gonna
strikes.
Stun him.
Grow 4 more arms. Start tickling you.
28.
That hits.
11 damage.
11 points of damage, alrighty.
And last one. Come on, come on, come on. 26 to hit. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, is that for? Okay, okay. 10 damage.
Alright, how do you want to do this?
Yeah! One down.
So I did the hammer fists across his face.
Yes.
I'm gonna lace my fingers around his neck, do a knee for the
Tie
second
clinch.
attack, full on tie clinch, and then seeing how fragile he's looking, I'm going to loop around my arms. And I'm just gonna break him over my knee.
Okay, and as you pull for that final break, the knee comes up and the actual area, the center of its body, breaks in half. You watch as the flesh burns into ash in the proximity of the daylight that Caleb had summoned, and as it falls into two pieces, poof, poof, you hear the exhale of its last horrible wail just shrivel up as its body slowly turns to this like paper-thin skeleton.
And I just brush out my hair out of the way and look at Yasha.
Ooh. Speaking of which, it's your turn, Yasha. Unless you want to move. You still have movement, actually.
I will move towards the one that's fucking with Caleb.
You got it. Easy enough with your crazy monk movement. Yasha, you're up. What are you doing?
I sort of stand there stuttering. Oh, okay. That one's taken care of by Bo. So I'm going to start running towards the one who has Fjord all captured.
All right.
Behind it.
Behind it?
I can get behind it. Let's see.
Let's see. Like,
as close behind it is.
You can get.
Can I make it?
There, you're not going to be able to get fully flanking it.
No.
This turn, but next turn.
All right, so I'm going to attack it from behind.
My life. He's turned me into a prospector. Tom Hanks with the money to save me.
Why do so many fights end up like this for you?
Justice constricted.
15 total.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh.
Go roll damage.
Okay.
Come on over for Miker.
Okay. Let's see what the skin gorger can do. Well, let's see. 5, 6.
Brian.
I'm gonna do Savage Attacker, roll again.
Okay.
That's better. 7, 8.
I want to take 2 glycerins and put them into monsters and maces.
So good.
Okay.
If only he knew where he was.
15. Sorry.
15 points of damage. Nice. All right. You slash through with the giant blade. It slams into the ground. It's heavier than you're used to. You're just kind of getting used to it. But you did like carve a chunk of flesh open. That's now the flap is kind of towards where its shoulder is exposed.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Where there would be muscle, you just see like kind of like black sinew tied beneath the skin.
Okay, second attack.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 17.
17 hits. Good roll damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I want to try this. So this point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I want to try this.
Okay.
Because I want to do the extra 1d8 acid damage to see what happens.
Okay. Because you weren't attacked last round, by the way, and you weren't attacked last round, you're technically not raging.
Oh.
So you lose your rage before this happens, so. You would have had to use a bonus action again to rage. Just, it's been a while since you've been back, so it's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
But your rage would have dropped off, so you would have had to use your bonus action this round to keep your rage.
Okay, so then I'm gonna
not be able to do that?
Yeah, I won't
not
do
yet.
that then. I won't do that. Second attack. 12
Okay.
points of damage. And then can I still use my bonus action then to rage?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay. We'll say you did it at the top of the round.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. All right, that finishes Yasha's go. Jester, you're up.
Okay, this thing is still attacking forward, huh?
Still holding on forward. There's one back going towards Caleb that is practically unscathed, and there's a series of cloud of bats swarming around.
And the guy
Caduceus.
attacking forward looks kind of rough.
Doesn't hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna not risk it. I'm gonna do guiding bolt on the one attacking forward.
Okay, go for it.
Is Ford worth saving?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at the 3rd level.
Whoa.
That means yes.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Whoa!
Jesus.
I went aggressive. That's 16.
7 plus 6
7 plus 9.
plus 9, 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. That'll hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
66.
66.
Ooh.
Whoa.
11,
Yes.
19,
Yes.
20, 23 again.
How do you want to do this?
I'm gonna hold up my symbol of the traveler, and I'm gonna think really hard about saving Ford and making him safe again. And I'm just gonna send the blast of guiding bolt straight. Oh, I don't want to hit Ford. I'm gonna aim it low, and I'm gonna go up through the back of the guy's head and out with the beam of pink energy.
Okay. As it blasts in and fires at the back of its head, the head just disintegrates in the divine energy, leaving this kind of smoking crater where its neck and head once was. Its body goes limp and crumples away from Ford's body.
That's better. Thank you.
Now, what's the range on your Hexblade's Curse?
I regain 14 hit points if it dies. 30 feet, yeah, so 14.
30 feet? I don't know what else you can put it on other than one of your allies.
I don't think I can transfer it. It's not like regular Hex.
Oh, right.
I get that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it says until the target dies, you die or incapacitated.
You're right.
For 1 minute.
Thank you for the
14 hit points.
There you go.
Yay!
Thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome.
Use the hex. All right, that finishes your turn.
Yeah.
Ford, you're up.
I want to sit down and have a cry. I'll run up and give Jesse a little kiss on the cheek, say thanks, and I'll step around her and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one attacking Caleb.
Go for it.
All right. Those are both 9s, which means that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, both hit.
Okay, great. First one, 11 points of Eldritch Blast damage, and 13.
13, nice. 24. After it just got blasted with Caduceus' array, you watch its body wither slightly. You can hear its wail get a little higher pitched as its actual physical self begins to lose some strength. And then, almost blown over, it catches itself on the Moorbounder from the impact of both of your blasts, and then picks itself back up. Its 2 kind of back shoulder blade arms just preparing for whatever its next maneuver is.
Dope.
Gonna move or gonna stay put?
I'll use the rest of my movement to kind of step behind that little spire outcropping right there.
Right here?
Yeah, a little more to your right. Your right. Yeah, there you go. Great.
Yeah, you can get there.
Perfect.
Okay, great. Now it comes to the bats' turn. The bats have lost interest in Caduceus as you turn invisible. Instead, move over to swarm around Caleb.
Oh no!
Do I get an opportunity? No, never mind.
Take opportunity? If you want to take it.
It could be.
No, hold.
Okay. Do you have Warcaster?
I do have Warcaster.
Double check. I believe you can.
Oh.
You can what?
Oh wow, actually. I can, actually.
I'm pretty sure
to cast a spell
Yeah.
on them leaving.
Yeah.
I can, actually.
But you'll lose invisibility.
Not this invisibility. This is weird.
Yep.
Sure. In that case, I'm going to use. What can I use that actually? I can't do a lot of anything. I will then do a sacred flame on the bats just as they're rolling by.
Okay. Rolling on by. That is it's a dexterity save. It's a 17. So they
God
succeed.
damn it!
Sorry. They swarm over to you and they roll a 22 to hit.
That probably is.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you have your mage armor up? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have shield prepared today. So it's pretty low.
You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Whoa.
As the swarm is now swirling around you and biting you and harrying you from all sides. Your Moorbounder is like starting to back away, looking a little not spooked by the bats, but frustrated by them.
Schmerz!
Don't spare my warm brother guy.
And now it is the creature's turn.
Shit.
So that one is going to reach up and attempt to embrace you off of the Moorbounder. And that's a natural 19. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit. Rolled really well on that one. So you, Caleb, take... Let's count it. 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, 23, 'cause plus 3 to that roll.
Okay.
And you are grappled, so it's pulled you off the Moorbounder now.
Okay.
And you are being held by its arms as it pulls you in closely, and you are frightened in its grasp.
Okay.
All right.
And the ball of light is just clasped in my hand, going shining light everywhere.
Just kind of holding it, and you're just kind of pulled up against you, so now there's like beams of it shooting out in different directions.
Okay.
Also, what's up?
It's attacking Caleb, the thing in front of me.
Yeah, it embraced him, and Caleb is now being held.
Can I take a
But you do take
reaction?
half that damage, by the way, as a note.
Oh, wow.
Because it does half damage from the spell he did.
Oh, that's
yep.
good.
So 11.
10 from the bats.
11. Oh.
But that's not affected, and
Correct.
23 from the...
And 11 from the that
so
creature.
11 total.
So between the two of them, 21.
Way better.
Oh,
Can I-
yeah.
can I
Remember
get
your spell.
a century attack?
I've forgotten.
Century attack?
You can, go for it.
I thought that was
Damn.
at the time.
Where were these rolls like the past 10 weeks? 29.
29 hits, go and roll damage.
Yeah. 11.
Okay.
Whack.
Go ahead and roll some damage.
11.
11 points of damage, nice. And then,
For your damage.
but what damage do you do? So for the ray
So
you do,
confused.
does it affect weapon attacks? Mm-hmm. You got it. All right. It's going to use its reaction to do tightening embrace. So as you punch the creature, it squeezes on Caleb, and Caleb, you hear its wail just resonate through your entire body.
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah, you did.
Did I do that? It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen anyway.
All right, you take 23 points of psychic damage.
Not halved.
Not halved.
Can I? No, I can't. I can't spend a key point, right? I can only do it on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's just responding.
Leaping off the ruin there.
Oh, God.
Ford, this has been your worst nightmare, dude. Your placement has not been positive. You hear this.
What out of this haunted house?
You glance up as one kind of falls limply off the side and is going to attempt to drop and grab you in the process.
No!
It needs to make an athletics check, or it's going to take some damage.
Please fall. Please fall.
Roll the 4. It failed. So it does take. That would be a 30-foot fall. So that's 3d6 points of bludgeoning damage. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. It takes right out of the bat. Right off the bat. Right out of the bat. It's a whole very messy thing to do. So Lance takes damage and then tries to embrace you again.
Fuck.
The 12 does not hit.
It does not hit.
No.
Thank God.
Hold you back. And at the end of that one's turn, it's going to try and roll to resist your thing. That's going to be a 17. What's your DC?
Ray of Enfeeblement.
Whatever your spell DC is.
It's 17.
So it just manages to resist the ray, so it's no longer affected by it. Gets its strength back. That one's taken some damage. That ends their turn. Now it's the Moorbounder's turn.
Okay. More bounder people, what do you want them to do?
Mine's gonna run over and fucking claw the thing that just dropped down on fucking Ford.
Okay. Rush over to that side. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Wait, plus 6? Yeah, 13.
13? That does not hit, unfortunately. It goes to strike, and it brings its claw forward, and since it's holding forward, or not, it actually did not touch, didn't manage to grab forward, but it's not quite able to fully, actually, interesting point of order, it would not have been able to even get close enough to Ford with the pincer space there to the creature, because Ford's kind of blocking the space there.
Oh.
So as part of the narrative there, it couldn't even get up to strike the creature.
Oh, okay.
Caleb, anything with your Moorbounder?
Yeah, kill this thing.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
25 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
He loves me so. 7. No, wait.
9.
It's 2 and 2 added?
It's 2d4 plus 4.
Plus 4. Yeah, 9. Correct. Thank you.
9 points of damage. Nice. All right, that one's starting to look kind of hurt. That one's taking some damage now.
Mine, since I'm on mine, I'm gonna roll around to the other side and attack, and I'm gonna, come in there. No, I mean like I'm attacking the one Caleb also.
Oh, got you.
It's gonna take me if I can get in here.
Move around here.
Yeah, in there. That's okay.
Yep. And it's a swarm, so you can actually move through it.
Yeah.
So you move around and get right up against.
Where I want to be. And it's gonna attack the one attacking Caleb. And that's 10.
10 misses, unfortunately. As it jumps off the rock and lands on the ground, it swipes out towards it, and the creature just kind of ducks out of the way. That finishes the Moorbounder's round. Not in Caleb, you're up.
Does the Glove of Blasting require me to do verbal semantic and all that, or does it just work?
Unless it specifies, whenever it casts a spell.
Well, it doesn't say it on here, but it does for the spell.
Right. If it says there without components, then you wouldn't need those. But if it doesn't specify, then you still need what's required of the spell.
It doesn't say either way.
Then yeah, then you still need to be able to talk and move your hands.
Okay, then I am going to just try to wrestle out of this thing's grip ineffectually.
Okay. You can still cast spells while you're grappled, which means you can't move.
Oh, I'm not held to. I can still do submit.
No, and even then, when you're restrained, you can still cast spells. You have a disadvantage on attack rolls. Creatures have advantage on attack rolls against you.
Oh well, fuck it then. I will cast Magic Missile at 5th level.
Right into his chest. All right, go for it. Roll damage.
3.
And can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I got this wrong because it's in the notes. It's not on the main page of the Moorbounder, so it didn't show up when I clicked on it. But it actually does 4d4 slashing damage. 4d4 plus 4. But it only adds a +4 to attack, not a +6. So we've been doing it wrong based on because your notes on it just showed up differently than I.
Gotcha.
Okay, good.
No worries.
And he can jump 30 feet.
Whoa!
Yeah, if you want. Fuck. You guys.
Good enough.
There you go.
25 total.
25 damage. Nice. So Caleb held in there, puts his hand up right towards the sternum of this creature, and poof, you watch this blast of arcane force just send this shockwave out from the center of where he's being pulled inward. It leaves this kind of crater hole in its torso that begins to just like drip out black liquid, but it's still standing. Is that end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't move.
Okay, at the end of the turn, you take 6d8 psychic damage.
6d8?
Peace.
Wait, at the end
Wait, why?
at the end of Caleb's turn?
Because he's enveloped.
That is d6s, yeah, because you're still held in its space. At the end of a turn, while you're still being held, you take additional damage.
Oh boy, that's low.
Okay.
And you're surrounded by bats and shit.
You have 30 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right.
Caleb goes limp in its grasp.
All right.
And just begins to just kind of like almost trying to tuck Caleb up into the wound that he left in its body.
Oh my god.
He's trying to do what?
Just like trying to stuff him into the wound that was left there. Just trying to pull it closer towards it as it goes.
Is he fording me? Am I being forded?
Okay. Not.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't think I can even see any of that. So I'm gonna run towards the hole in the rocks.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
He's gonna do the face when he makes the sound.
You come through the space there, and you can see right now there's the Moorbounder and there's the creature right on the side next to Ford, and then across the way you can you have a hard time seeing what's happening over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw on the one with Ford and say, Ford, looks like you could use a extra hand. And then
there he goes.
I'll fire at the thing's like hands.
Go for it.
The
Go
hand
for it.
stabby. 22.
22. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Nice spread.
24.
24 damage. Nice. Its arm just severs off at the elbow, and you watch as one of its long pointed limbs just hits the ground. Looks back towards you. It looks so sad and just sorrowful and fucking frightening.
Wow.
What else are you doing?
Yeah. I will. Oh boy. I'll reload and fire again.
All right.
Why not? Natural 20.
Dang.
All right.
Okay. That's a 12 more points of damage.
Plus your dexterity modifier, right?
And, that's 6 plus 6.
Well, 6 times 2 because you did a critical hit.
Oh, so that's 18?
18 points of damage.
Plus it fires again.
That's right, because the...
Oh, yeah! Natural 1. Something bad happens to me.
You shoot yourself.
I shoot myself.
Amazing.
I suffer 4 points of piercing damage. I'll load again.
Some badass like shot.
Perfect. Does that finish your turn?
That's it.
All right, Caduceus, you come back into your space.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind. I'm gonna move next to Caleb.
Right, the Moorbounder. Are you yourself moving next to Caleb?
I'm going to hop off the Warbounder and move next to Caleb.
The Warbounder. Yeah.
No longer Moorbound.
Yeah, totally Warbounder.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
I don't think you even know
Go
what
for
you
it.
did, but I'm so into it. You're so distracted, you don't even know.
That means Cure Wounds at 4th level, you are up to 37 hit points.
Is he still in the grasp of the dude?
No, he fell off the Moorbounder and is on the ground.
But is he still clutched by him?
He's not grappled anymore. From a flavor standpoint, it was trying to stuff him into his body in a really fucked up way. But he comes back to consciousness. You're not technically grappled though.
And now I'm just going to I'm taking a defensive stance.
You got it. All right, that finishes turn, Caduceus. Up at the top, Bo, you're up.
Okay, seeing what this guy is trying to do to Caleb, and I'm like, no, sir. And I kind of grab him by his head and just yank him back.
No, sir.
And I'm going to just start fucking jabbing him in the ribs.
Yeah.
Awesome. Natural 20!
Yeah! It's been waiting for this.
All right.
I rolled a 5, so that's 10 plus another 6, so 16 damage on that one.
16. I was
trying to put Caleb in its Fajara.
All right.
Attacking again. 27 to hit.
27 to hits, yeah.
12 damage.
All right, how do you want to do this?
So I kind of have him by the neck and I jab him in the ribs, and then I'm just going to I'm going to do a full neck snap.
You hear this sickening break noise. Its head kind of, its horrible moan gets cut off as its windpipe is pinched, and it just collapses to the ground as Caleb kind of like pulls his head out of the interior of its abdomen, just black with gore.
You were almost like ravioli stuffing.
You still have your movement bonus.
Bo just invented ravioli cannon.
Cannon in a can.
1,200 years before Italy. I can still move.
Yes, you can.
Can I get to the one that's harassing? Bats.
Or bats. Up to you.
Can I punch bats?
You can punch bats.
Who can't? How did you use a bat before?
Speed back edge. You
can punch a ghost.
Okay.
Of course you can punch.
I break that douchebag's neck, and then I look up and I see the bats, and I just pull out my staff, and I start doing the whirlwind, walking towards the bats.
Bats are a superstitious coward.
They wander to this side. All right, so as you move through, yeah, you can move through the bats to get over there. So we'll say
animated opening.
We'll put you over here. You actually just go directly through it. So are you using your?
Oh wait, am I doing stuff?
Catch him, Daddy.
Are you doing anything? Are you with the bonus action, or are you?
Oh, I have a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit him with my stick.
Okay.
Hit them with my
20.
bonus action.
That hits.
Oh wait, that's I need a roll d8 for my stick.
Well, you can't use your stick as a bonus action because it's your off. It's your.
Oh, okay.
But for flavor, we're saying it's your stick.
Well, for flavor, my stick.
Wave off.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Really well tonight.
Wow.
Plus the dice gods tonight.
So you take out like 4 or 5 more bats as you're spinning it. You come out the other side of it. It's still a swarm. It's hard to get a grasp on, but you're beating them away. It's taking some damage.
Well, I'm an old lady with a broom.
Yep, essentially. All right, that finishes your go, Bo. Yasha, you're up.
Okay.
Jester, you're on deck.
So
I'm gonna crouch down just in case.
since I was not hit, I have to rage again.
Oh, you attacked. You attacked last turn. It's either you have to attack or be hit.
I know this. I know. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the
so
panic of the board.
I'm going. Can I try to make my way to this guy over here?
Yeah, you can
Let's
try.
attack. Try to attack forward.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You can get around that way by moving through forward. To move through your eyes.
Okay. Here I come.
Having a bad day, man.
Are you gonna do your new sword or your?
It's the same new sword. Okay.
She's going full guar.
14.
14 just misses.
Oh, I thought it just. Okay,
No.
second attack.
Don't forget your
Reckless.
Reckless whenever you want to do
Yeah.
that extra.
I just rolled a natural 19 for the second attack.
Okay, great. So that hits.
No.
But it hits.
Well, it's for the skin gorger.
But you couldn't use the weapon last turn because you had to use your bonus action to.
You didn't take that point of exhaustion.
I didn't take a point of
Right. You had to rage to keep the rage going last turn.
Oh, I see. So to use.
Yeah.
So
19.
if I use the. Oh,
For the-
that's if I get the point of exhaustion. Got it.
Correct. If you use the ability for the next minute, that's where your crit chance goes up by 1, and you do the additional. It's
like the whole fight.
I see. Okay.
Oh.
10. Okay, 15
15
points of damage. Sorry. 16 points of damage.
Wait, with the
On
second?
the second
hit?
attack.
On the second attack.
Right. Okay. You got it. It's looking hurt. It's looking real hurt. So carve past the blade. It actually, as you bring it down the second time, it embeds itself a good foot into its chest, and it's like it tried to stop it with its claws, and you watch 2 of its pointed arms just get severed, and there are now these kind of arched stumps that are just bleeding out. As the gun goes,
no.
That finish your turn, Yasha?
Yes, it does.
Jester, you're up.
Okay. Why not for some flavor? I'm going to leap off the Moorbounder.
Yeah.
Pull out my battle axe and try to swipe at its head with my axe.
Go for it. So as you leap off to the air, battle axe downward. Roll for your attack.
Okay. Oh man. I don't need to do this axe thing. 8 plus 5 is not enough. That's 13.
As you jump to the air, catches nothing.
Shit! I cast spiritual weapon to make up for
Okay,
it.
there you go.
I'll do it at 3rd level. No, that would be 4th level to make it.
The trees. They're moving.
Yeah,
towards
4th level, spiritual weapon.
Woof, all right.
Bring it down to
Go
slam
for it.
on his head.
Just 2d8.
Ooh, so that's my lollipop with serrated edges.
There you go. Serrated lollipop. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Plus 9, 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 2d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, 7 plus 5 is 12.
12 points. How do you want to do this?
Whip with my axe. I go, ugh, and the lollipop goes down and slams into its head and smashes its head into its neck.
As you whiff, it kind of like turns. And it just gets grounded into the ground. And it just stops moving, and then it hits again. Hits again.
See that? That was the art of distraction.
That
Yes.
was good.
So we have bats on the battlefield. So, Jester, that finishes your turn. Ford, you're up.
Fucking bats. Eldritch Blast! That is 19 and 21.
Both hit.
Great. That is 6 points Eldritch Blast damage and 14 points.
6 and then 14?
Yes.
Total of 20. How do you want to do this?
The giant lollipop comes down and I'm like, well, fuck. Over to the bats.
As the bats are flying over Caleb's now conscious body, looking up.
Scoot. Go on. You're just trying to coax them out.
Get on here. Get going.
Get going.
As you swing through once with your staff, suddenly there's a burst, 2 bursts of greenish energy, and the bats just
Got
around.
it for you. I don't care.
Exterminator 4.
Did you just holster your fingers?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody cares.
That fight cost us an arm and a.
Okay, so nighttime here, super duper bad, yeah?
Oh, it makes them stronger, whatever it is. But hey, as long as we got the little glowing orb from, yeah.
How long does that last?
A while.
How you feeling, Mr. Kale?
Okay. It's an hour, I think. Let's look at the spell.
Kind of thought he was going to bisect you for a second.
Well, I've got my last healing word, you guys?
Yeah, 1 hour.
I'll go inspect the bodies, but you said they turned to just paper or something?
Or just, and when you see them die in the light, you can just see like how fragile the bodies become. It looks like long dried paper mache that begins to crack. As you begin to kind of like check the body, part of it just kind of breaks apart and turns to like thin paper ash.
There's nothing. They don't got nothing.
You can roll an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna very gently check out one of these trees.
27.
Okay, 27.
You get 18 points.
Not
like
much of
this
interest.
children.
You find some light kind of papery skin and lots of thick, nasty innards.
Okay. Yeah, good
You're
discovery.
doing
I'm just gonna take a look at this tree that the bats came out of, see if there's anything interesting about it.
Make a perception check.
12.
12. It looks like a tree. It looks like it'd be a good place for bats to live.
That's fair. I'm gonna maybe just grab a little bit of one of the mushrooms and put it in my pocket.
Okay. All right, and you look at it. This is a fungus you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
It has like a dull turquoise coloration to it. The stalk itself is like a gray. It's unique. You've not encountered this.
Put it in my little sample bag.
Okay.
I'm starting to crawl around on the ground and picking up bats and squishing out bat shit into a rag that I keep in.
All right, collecting your guano.
A check around the rock formation to see if there was anything they had pulled from anybody that had come through here before.
Okay, make a investigation check as you go through and just look through it.
16.
16. A lot of bones. A lot of corpses that have since been kind of grown over with dry brush and other bits of very like low land vegetation. Now that you're getting a look at this, you can see around a lot of these formations, there seems to be a number of types of vegetation that do live and thrive here in these badlands, but they just mesh in with the rest of the color and usually stick around other formations that collect water. But yeah, the number of creatures have fallen and been dragged to this space.
We're not in the wildlands, right? That's another place.
Yeah, no, we're in the...
Oh, the graying wildlands?
Yeah.
No, that's north.
Okay.
You're far east.
And it's only getting darker, right?
Yeah, at this point, have you guys been searching? The sun is down, and you're looking at nighttime.
Can I look at the area of the ground that the creature came up out of behind the formation and see, didn't it come up out of the ground at all, or was it just chilling?
Yeah, it was sitting and resting.
Got it.
They seem to be called by your presence.
Okay.
Are there any of the barbed spires anywhere close by that are coming out of the ground?
No, make a perception check.
Oh, now?
With disadvantage because it is. I mean, you have dark vision?
Yeah.
We saw 60 feet.
Yeah, you're fine. What'd you roll?
22.
22.
Oh, shit.
It's hard to see, and the only reason you can see it is there's a little bit of moonlight that's peeking through some of the clouds. The sky's opened up for the nighttime bit, and a little bit of the white moonlight. You can see the outer shape of what looks to be two larger spires on the horizon. You're not sure the distance.
Okay.
But you can see that there are a few kind of in the direction that you're traveling.
Okay.
Were these creatures anything we would have heard of before in storybooks, or?
You can make a religion or arcana check. Your call.
Okay. 10.
10. I'm not entirely certain what these things are, but there's something about them that they don't seem to be from Exandria. At least their essence doesn't seem to be like something that would naturally exist on this plane.
What's that light sensitivity?
These seemed so sad.
Should we dome up for the night?
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm feeding bats to Yannick.
Oh, I also, for closing up, maybe it's time to have a couple of these conversations.
Oh, the sending and the cleric stuff that you can only do after 7 p.m.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That stuff. Mm-hmm. I'd rather do it in the tent, in the dome, whatever. I don't like this place.
We can talk to a head in the meantime.
I do the bedtime routine and start putting up the dome on the wire.
I gather a little bit of dry brush and kind of make a little bit of a fire. Just for warmth and light.
Which one first?
Who are we calling?
The hobgoblin first.
Oh, we're going to talk to the dead.
5 questions.
Okay. So you have the ball still giving off daylight as well?
It's got an hour total.
Okay.
So we're like 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in.
Okay.
Also a really good beacon for where we are.
All right, well, let's
We're in a
see.
dome.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me take a look.
Can light escape the dome?
Is the fire in the dome?
That was my thinking,
If you're
but
next
I
to
don't
me,
know
that's-
if. Yeah.
But then the dome doesn't trap in smoke or anything. It just
Right.
doesn't let things in. It also can illuminate from the inside itself, and that doesn't go out of the dome.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, so it keeps light in?
It generates its own light, I believe so. Let me
Right,
recheck
but it is
the spell.
opaque, meaning creatures can't see what's inside the dome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Hey, Ford, should we ask him?
We should, yeah.
If we talk to this dead hobgoblin,
Yeah.
we think maybe you should make yourself look like the drow guy he was with, because you can sound like him, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
You're really good at impersonating people, after all.
Yeah, he sounded kind of like higher crust, right? Okay.
Can you wear his face as well?
Sure. Yep, I remember. And I'll use Mask of Many Faces to look like El Drow dude.
Drow blast.
What are we asking?
How does this look?
Ooh.
It's very impressive.
Not bad.
So I'm going to give you some ground rules before we go into this.
All right.
You only get 5 questions. This person, whoever they are, they're gone now. You're not talking to them. You're just talking to an echo. It's a memory. There's not anything that can be bargained with. There's nothing that can be tricked. This is just a reflection.
Can it lie?
Yes, it can lie.
Okay.
That's why we're making him look like his boss.
It will have no reason to think you aren't who you are, but you have to remember that it also thinks you know what you know. So when you ask it questions, you have to do so in a way that is familiar and open and with the understanding that you two have a bond.
We didn't catch this guy's name, did we?
Won't matter if you do it right.
What do we want to ask
I can send him a message and ask him. Hey, what was the name of that hobgoblin you were with?
No, what was your name?
What was your name? I could fit it all in.
Maybe we'll just stick to whatever we want to ask him.
I recommend friend as always.
Friend.
Or as little as possible. You don't have to, there's nobody there you have to, this is just a body now.
He didn't seem like the type of person that would say friend. FYI, when I had a little talk with him before.
Yeah, maybe just hey.
Do we have a request for questions?
Ooh, that's good.
Well, we want to know what they were handing off, what they bought with their 50 platinum.
Also, where in Bozostan, Bozogaz, Exxon, do they reside?
Just say that you need their help.
Help on for what?
Answering these questions. Your mind is hazy and you need help getting home. What were you handing off?
Just as a note, so you should know, the spell Speak with Dead is you asking the questions.
Oh, I have to do it. I was looking because I think it said that anyone could.
I can point them to you.
Like that is what can be done, because as it says, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions.
I can
frame
that. I can frame that. Be like, I can. Yeah.
If we wait another day, I can make you look like this fellow.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
He can look like it too, but Ford can sound like him.
I got an idea.
I'm going to make myself look like Blondie Bear.
Ooh.
So I look like the drow and you look like the blonde? Yeah.
Greg.
Greg Blondehead.
Okay.
What?
Do you sound like the blonde-haired guy?
No.
So you're going to ask questions. Okay.
I'll make myself look like Morrow.
I'll make myself look like the bugbear that was invisible.
I'm actually. I've got a weird question with the disguise. How can I decide like even the state of myself when I put on? I'm gonna be torn up a bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna have some damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna look like I've been in a fight and like some throat and chest damage.
Okay. The rest of you guys do anything?
Invisibility.
I'm gonna step away.
Yeah, step
One out of six.
behind so it doesn't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Step behind.
Start rolling this. Let's do number one.
You burn the incense. You reach out and touch the disembodied head of the hobgoblin that you had slain the day before. You hear this weird sucking sound as it tries to draw air through a severed neck. Its eyes flicker open and just look out and move in their sockets dryly across the somewhat congealed moisture in the sockets towards you, Caduceus.
I step behind Caduceus' shoulder and say, "My friend, it is so good to see you again. Do me a favor, time is very short. Answer my friend's questions here as quickly as you can. I have pressing business elsewhere." And I walk away.
Deception check.
Don't fuck me, Gil. You son of a bitch. 13. 14. 14.
Okay.
Did you complete your mission?
Yes.
Repeat your mission.
Keep him safe.
I'm safe.
More specific, whom? Prove yourself.
Oban.
Oban. 12 years.
I prefer it.
Where were you going to meet up north? Specific location.
Let me get a deception check.
All right.
All right, Caddy.
Going for it.
Caddy, sure.
20.
Natural 20?
17 plus 3.
Okay. Still
Not a natural 20. What is the name of our organization? Prove your identity.
We follow the Angel of Irons.
The Angel of Iron?
That's 5.
Oh shit. That was so fucking sick,
Drop.
you guys.
The Angel of Irons?
Yeah.
The Angel.
Does that sound right, Matt? Angel of Irons?
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
two
the-
little bastards.
There we are.
The name of their
Holy
organization is the Angel of Iron.
They follow the Angel of Irons.
Oh my gosh.
You have like 90 more decibels before you're there.
Yeah, I've never done that way. That was interesting.
I mean, it worked
Oh,
really
shit.
well.
Yeah.
We totally fell for it. That head was so stupid.
One more head.
We follow the Angel of Irons, right? That's
Yeah,
what
we
follow.
followed the Angel of Iron.
Fuck is that?
Who's
any
that?
of us ever heard of
Yeah,
an
the
Angel of Irons?
Make a religion check.
Okay.
Come on, Nat 20.
19.
Just people who are proficient in it, or
Anyone who wants to make it, sure.
Yeah.
13.
Let me make sure that's a 16, right? So
22.
22. Yeah.
22.
16.
19. 3.
Uses?
16.
None of you have heard of it.
Oh! Oh!
Angel of Irons. There's a religion check. Okay.
Irons.
What is our other person? The dragon one. Okay.
Could see what she was delivering.
Yeah.
This is
Like the answer we don't have yet.
Does the name Oban mean anything to to me.
Make a history check.
Balls. 14.
Nope.
But if this was this is a drow. The drow is among these people, right? And the drow in this area follow Luxon? Or wait, no, what's their religion?
The dynasty follow the Luxon.
But he's not part of the dynasty.
No, I know, but that's so there's like a competing god in this.
Maybe.
Lots of competing gods.
But maybe the Angel of Irons isn't a god. Maybe the Angel of Irons is like.
A lot of things.
Could just be a bad dude. He could also be a god. He could be a demigod.
Do we need to talk to the Dragonborn?
I'm going to talk to the Dragonborn too.
Should we also? You should also look like the blonde guy for this one.
I don't think it'll be necessary. Not with this one.
Okay.
I'm just going to be myself for this one.
Okay, so you dispel your disguise.
You want me over your shoulder?
No, I don't.
I still look like the guy he was meeting.
She did do the handoff.
Is it a female
To the
Dragonborn?
drow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Up to you. This is your call.
I'll stand over your shoulder. It doesn't hurt. I still look. Oh, fleek.
Okay. You pull out the dragonborn head.
One more time.
The fucking.
They're not as gross as they could be. That's what I'm going to say.
Like Deadwood.
And go. 10 minutes. Get it going.
And it falls on its side as the jaw opens to try and draw breath.
Put it back up properly. There we go.
So Santa Clarita type.
What was your assignment today?
The jaw opens and the head kind of falls to the side again because it opens the jaw. It has to.
I'm
as a dragon head.
gonna hold because this is not civilized.
The assignment you gave me.
Shit. The assignment you
gave me.
Repeat it to me, please. What was the assignment specifically?
Make a deception check.
Come on. 13.
Oh wait, you're not in the guys.
I'm not in the guys.
That's right.
Which is why I was
Sorry.
like, I would.
Sorry.
They don't
That's
know who I
confusing.
am.
I forgot about that. So, answer to the first question.
ignore
I'm
that.
checking about that. Yeah.
I was delivering a crest.
Our crest, is it?
Delivering a crest.
I think a crest.
Our crest? Is that what?
A crest.
A crest.
A crest.
The Angel of Irons?
Is that a question?
Yeah. Which crest? Whose crest, I suppose, would be the better question.
I don't know.
Who is the Angel of Irons?
I don't know.
Who is boss?
People you are meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you work for?
Who do you work for? Who do you serve?
I serve no one. I work for those who pay me.
Who was your last employer?
I don't know his name.
I think that's all of them, actually.
That's all we got. More details?
Whole bunch of nothing.
Tell me what you know.
Was that
Our crest?
I think that was
I
5.
feel like that may have been 4, but
I'm feeling like it was 5.
I think it was 5. I guess you can ask.
Any more details about who?
Where did you meet?
Yeah,
your last
where did you
employer?
meet him?
Where did you meet your last employer?
Stalinstadt.
Stalinstadt?
Talonstad.
Talonstadt.
Let's definitely call that 5.
Do I know that?
Is that?
It's
You do. It's in the Empire.
Empire, yeah.
Wait, where's our empire map?
We've been near there, haven't we?
Not really been near Talonstadt, no.
But not part of my history.
Yours not.
Talonstadt over.
Okay, it's right on the other side of the.
Though both Beauregard and Caleb can both make history checks if you'd like.
I live right next to that.
East of Filderwind.
Yeah, but you didn't travel much.
No, I didn't.
21.
Actually, you can make a history check too if you want.
21.
12.
12.
Oh, okay. 15. 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys pick up on it a bit. Talonstadt is essentially it's been a refugee tent city for about 20 or so years of a number of Ravenites that fled from the destruction of Draconia and sought refuge in the Empire. And the Empire essentially welcomed them in, but kept them in this area as they were kind of processed and given a place to stay, and then eventually became a settlement known as Talonstadt, which is
it's temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary, but it's become more permanent, which means it's not a very...
Yeah, and what is the Empire proper's feelings about them? Are they just tolerated? Are they welcomed as...
They're not discriminated against per se. There are some people that have different feelings, especially since what happened with Draconia and previous political relationships varied depending on the individual. But yeah, with your role especially, we know that there are members of people who live in Talonstadt that are specifically worried that there have been surviving Draconian nobles hiding within the political structure of the Empire, and feel like they're probably working to eliminate the Ravenites' existence within the Empire. And there's a lot of really, really tense and complicated political dynamics between Talonstadt, the Empire, and perceived allies that remain from the fall of Draconia. But yeah, that's what that city is. And it's close to the border of Jorhas. It's right south of Blade Garden.
I'm going to gather up the heads and put them back into the bag.
Okay.
Who is it you wanted me to send messages to again?
Well, should we message the Bright Queen and just say mission is continuing almost to the end?
Just as planned. Following our guide.
I think we should keep her in the dark for the time being.
No news is good news.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, certainly she heard of the action around our town today.
That's muddy.
Do you want to try and message the one that we're chasing and pretend to throw him off the trail? And if he is scrying on us or keeping tabs on us, he'll let us know.
Or check in with your family. Not.
I've got 3 sendings.
Yeah.
I can send multiple things.
We could also check in with Morrow, see if anyone else showed up.
Yep.
That's a good one. Let's start
Family,
there.
Morrow, something.
I'm going to start with Morrow.
Okay.
Hey, Morrow! Any other people show up there? This is the blue girl. Remember, we'll kill you if you're lying.
You got plenty more.
Also, you're super cute. Thanks for the hair stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is a little weird. Yeah, I'm fine. Nobody else really showed up.
Okay.
Couple customers. Just buying the usual. Don't kill me.
Morrow's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Who else should I talk to?
I would love to check in. Just tell Yeza we're still okay, but I don't want to waste a spell if we have other folks that we need.
Hello, Yeza!
Is that one word? Let's call it 2.
Heyo, Yeza.
Yeah, it's 2. We'll go with 2.
So we're all safe. Don't worry about us. We fought these guys with 5 arms. Woof, we almost died. But no, we're good. We're good. Also.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear you're good. I'll probably just clean up a little bit.
There's actually been no, we're good.
It's cold.
Oh. You should have bought him a coat or something before we left.
There's a hot tub.
That's true. But he has to boil the water himself.
That's
no.
true. That's true.
Tell Beth I love her.
Oh,
Had enough words after
he
that.
loves you so much. Last person?
I've been thinking a lot about your child and your mother's house, and I'm not sure that your mother's house is the best place to send your child, after all,
Why?
perhaps. Well, what if the letter that you two sent has brought attention there?
But here's the thing, Caleb. You know, most people don't know my mom's last name. You know, she's the Ruby of the Sea. So they'd have to really do some research, and I don't know how smart the people are that are in your organization, but they probably wouldn't be able to figure it out, right?
My point still stands.
Okay, what if I send a message to the owner of the Pillow Trove?
And say what? Accidentally might have alerted the worst people in the world.
Hey.
Be careful.
If the person that...
I think for now, your mother is probably all right if there... Maybe nothing is happening, but if they have been alerted to her, maybe they are watching, and if the child shows up, it seems like an unnecessary risk.
But there's nowhere else in Nicodranas for him to go. It's really safe. And then at least my mom can find somewhere else to go.
Does your mom have safe houses or anything?
Of course she does. She knows a lot of people.
Should she go there now?
Oh. Well, that would be kind of hard to...
She'd just be going to a safe house for no reason.
Well, it's just she doesn't like to, leave. So it would be hard for her to go to this.
She doesn't like to leave her house because of work?
Yes, no. She just doesn't feel comfortable,
Is she scared of the outside or something?
A little. That's the impression I got. It makes her anxious,
Oh.
She feels safe in the chateau.
Maybe it's worth using that last message spell to just check in with her.
Make sure she's okay.
Yeah. See if any ruffians or weirdos have been hanging out.
Okay.
Different clientele than the usual.
What does Astrid look like?
Well, she was on the short side.
Probably still short.
About your height.
I'm not short.
How tall are you?
5'3".
About there.
Okay.
When I knew her, she had very short hair. It was dark brown.
Dark brown, okay.
This was a long time ago.
What color were her eyes?
They were brown.
Brown eyes.
Probably still brown too. No.
Did she have any scars or any, features that were super prominent? Scars on her arms, okay. Just like yours. Okay.
I could be worried about nothing, but if your mother has been compromised in some way, it is too late, but it is not too late for your child. Not. It seems like a bad idea to send him there. To me. It pains me to say that even, but...
I trust you.
Maybe you can send
Shikasta isn't going to even be there for some time.
That's true.
And it would take more weeks for them to travel. But you're right. Maybe we should call that off or just tell Shikasta to hold until we know more.
Maybe he can go to the wizard's tower. No, is that a bad idea?
I don't know.
too?
I don't know what the wizard feels about this right now.
I don't know. I would like to maybe bring your child to Rosanna.
Well, let's check in. we're making a lot of assumptions on information we don't fully know yet.
Sure.
No.
I mean, it's a very us thing to do, but
I send a message to my mom.
Okay.
Hi. Little worried. Someone may be coming to the chateau. If you see a girl, 5'3", brown hair and eyes, short hair.
Killer.
Scars on her arms.
Boom.
Shit.
Jester? I'm worried. From the tone of your voice, I will keep a lookout. I hope everything is okay. Come back soon. I miss you.
That's all.
She misses me. I don't have any more third level spells.
If you talk to her again, I mean, they could send anyone, I suppose, but the other boy that I was with, Eadwulf was his name. He was large. His hair was cropped very closely like mine was, but I mean, my hair is long now, so that probably means nothing. His hair was black. His eyes were blue. He was muscular. He was strong, in addition to being talented. For the future.
Talented at...
the arcane.
Yeah, okay.
So he was buff and he can cast spells? Well, that's not fair. Multi-classing piece of shit. I don't know, I'm just joking.
Or he just,
I don't know.
Or he just lifts.
You can lift and read a book.
Yeah.
Lifting books.
Is
that true?
Absolutely.
I'll let my mama know that next time I talk to her.
I'm sorry, Jester.
Shall we turn in?
I believe so.
Just to make life a little easier, I'll spend our last 10 minutes before we go to sleep casting a prayer of healing for anybody who needs a little bit of HP even before they restore their own stuff. So
I would not turn it down.
Oh, that's pretty good. 12, 18, 23 hit points to anybody who wants it.
Okay. You guys all do the same setup as the night before, resting in the dome?
Yeah, and Frumpkin will wake me if he sees anything.
Okay. Roll a perception check for Frumpkin.
Come on, you buzzard. Natural one.
Okay.
We're safe.
Yeah, we're fine, we're fine.
No, like it's out. It's just dark.
I have trouble sleeping tonight.
Okay. So, the night draws on. It's somewhat restful. Sleep finds most of you. The morning comes back. The sun rises. The sky, clouded as it was the day before, not quite as broken, with no sunlight peeking through this day. The kind of duller morning greets you. You gather your things, set atop your moorbounders, and continue on for your third day outside of Rosanna.
Final, right?
Well,
maybe.
Well, no, you it's three full days of rapid pace travel to get there. There was a little bit of slowing at certain points, and you took a break right as you reached the edge. So you have about 3.5 days of travel, so you still have a little bit more to go. But we'll pick up there next
Damn
time.
it! Damn it!
Cool, cool, cool. What?
Damn it! I was like,
I know.
one more. We'll just go one more day.
One more day.
Just one more day.
It's 10:30. You guys want to go to 11?
Oh, he's
We can
not
keep
gonna
going.
call it. Oh, he's not going to call it.
It's up to you guys.
I want to read some. I want to read some stuff. I want to read some stuff before I go. So.
Okay.
I got some stuff to read.
I got to get home and pump.
You up. Pump. You up.
All right. All right, then. We'll pick up this next Thursday.
Okay.
Further into the Barbed Fields of Jorhas.
One more hour.
Like old times, yeah? 8-hour games.
We can Postmate some of us. This is not a problem.
in here.
Yeah.
Postmates.
Amazon Prime and a pump machine.
Send it on his
God, that would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I know. All right, well, plays up next week. In the meantime, guys, have a wonderful week. We'll see you soon. We love you very much.
Happy
and
Red Nose Day.
Happy Red Nose Day.
And we broke $100,000.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
You're fucking kidding.
The critters are insane.
You guys are
dope.
You guys are nuts.
So dope.
Take that, child poverty.
Yeah, that's so cool. You guys are amazing.
No problem. Solve with your fists.
I guess, is it Thursday yet?
One more hour.